Um, yeah, good. So we're good. We've got both cameras on. Looking good. I'm not sure how long Koala's going to be let up for. Right, let's play. Let's play. Last 2 hours. Let's play some games. Right. And then people can go on board. Right, pick three.
I quite enjoy this game now.
No, it's cool. I like it. I really like it. Oh, okay. Seen a couple of these before. You played these last time. Oh, in fact, I've got like three of the ones you played last time, I think. Let's go for this.
What is the point in this card?
Do you want me to read it or?
No.
Um,
This is rubbish.
yeah, mine are okay. I think the ones I had yesterday were better. Okay, I can go for these.
Why would I want to do this? These are really awful cards. Destroy this card, get you starting the game. Well, what does that do?
No, but it draws you like 4 cards or
No,
something.
it doesn't do anything.
It does. Look at the draw card box.
No, it's got nothing on it. Look. It's
It's 3 cards. You start the game with 3 cards. That card alone gives you more cards than I'm going to be starting the game with. I'm not saying it's good, but that's what it does. It draws you a ton of cards. Yeah, we're getting there now. 2 hours to go. Feeling all right, actually. I was a bit tired earlier when Floss was streaming. I was just sat behind her, like quite tired, but feeling all right now. It's been good actually. I've really enjoyed it. It's been great having
been
everyone in
brilliant.
there.
I'm so proud of you. Like, how long have you been awake for?
Well, we were trying to work that out earlier, weren't we?
You were awake at 9. Maybe you got out of bed at
Okay, so it'll be full.
36.
No, 36 hours. Yeah, by the time we finish. But yeah, I feel fine actually. But I mean, I'm doing the stuff that I enjoy. It's just it's been nice having the company online really, and obviously Tori and I playing both evenings as well has been really good. So
Okay.
yeah, it's been good. Yeah. So play these up, and then I'll run through what they are. But I think you had this one last time. So I've got the garage. So for 1 water, I can bring the raiders in or bump them. This I think you had. So
Yeah.
2 to injure, 2 to do raiders again. So raiders is what I'm kind of going for, I think. And 0 water, I can destroy one of my people and then I gain a water. I think that's really good with punks. If I can get punks on the board, is what I'm thinking. But only 2 card draw for me though.
Okay, so mine are damage, this card for no water, and then I can card draw.
Or
Or
restore.
restore
Yeah.
all pump.
That's good. Mm.
Yeah, raiders.
Yeah, so it's quite similar to that, isn't it? Only
Ready.
it's restore rather than.
If this card is a
In.
damage, flip over destroyed camp and destroy this card. So
Oh.
that is that one of yours?
No. You want to do it on one of yours. So I destroy one of your camps, and as long as that one isn't damaged, then obviously you can restore it potentially.
But they
Then
still
you flip it
but
back.
then you still destroy this one.
Yeah, so I guess it works off the basis that one of the others is
It's
better
better.
than that. And also, if I've worked hard to get into that camp and clear that, and then this one's still got
It
2
obviously
people
didn't
there.
work on the basis that you were drawing the cards first.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What is relevant is that you start with 4 cards and I start with 2. So I think that's definitely relevant. Yeah, 2. Okay, water drop. I go first. Otherwise, you go first. That is me. So 1 for me. Tink. All right, let's go. We don't need these now until the next game. Draw card. No events. All right, what we got? What have we got? I've got 1 water. Hmm. Do you know what? Is that good? Don't know. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to spend 1 water to use my garage, which puts me Raiders out in slot 2. Um, and yeah, that'll do for now. I'm just going to just get the Raiders going. Over to you. I mean, I only had 1 water, so fairly limited that first turn. But whoever goes first, 1 water. It's the advantage of having the first turn of the game. So you only get 1 water. Every other turn you get 3. Hi, Grace. Glad you're back with us. Hopefully for the final stretch. Tori thinks we're going to be done by 9. I've said it's about 10:30 if we play both things that we've planned on playing, but we'll see. But it's certainly good to have you here for the last little bit.
Okay, this is interesting one. So.
Oh, he's really good, I think. He's really good. Yeah, he's a problem. I need to deal with him. No, that happens straight away. That's a 0 event. You bounce everyone back to your hand, so I don't think you want to do that. I've got no people. That is only bad for you and only good for me. Yeah, remember ticker tape.
Yeah.
Ticker tape event. The unusual thing about that is that usually events don't trigger straight away, but there are some zeros that do. Takes you backseas.
Sorry, takes you
No,
back.
no, you're fine. What does this guy do? Return one of your people to your hand. Punks are people. Oh, he enters play ready. You can use him this turn. Don't need to put a water on him.
I don't want to do anything with him.
Oh.
Crazy bin.
Oh, he's your little combo guy. You've had him before. Yeah. Done? Didn't hate it, probably, to be fair. Anyway, Raiders are moving forwards 1. Go on, Raiders. Ding, ding, ding. Draw a card. Think.
Lisa, he's done so well, right? 36 hours, you reckon? Do you want to wait for?
Yeah, it's really kind of you, Lisa. Although I've got to say, like, I was a bit tired earlier when Floss was streaming because I was just switching off really, and a little bit at about sort of 6 o'clock-ish. I was saying Tori maybe 5, 6 o'clock. I went on the computer, and obviously no one was around really, but that woke me up. But yeah, no, I've really enjoyed it actually. But it's having people in the chat and sort of joining in. It helped massively because I will sit quietly and play games. I'm fine doing that, but actually having people just sort of almost like checking in. It's been really cool. And like earlier highlight was definitely when Floss and I were playing Harry Potter, and I'd pretty much given up on it because it looked horrendous.
She's so brave on it. She's
brilliant. Yeah, and Kathy was like just getting fully involved with it, and it ended amazingly in the end. It was brilliant. We had a real awesome last few turns. So yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed it. But we appreciate everyone's generosity with the donations and stuff. It's been amazing, when you think about the target we're aiming for and what we've ended up at. Absolutely fantastic.
We're not a million miles away from 13,000, which is crazy, and that's going to have such a big impact, isn't it?
Well, that's brilliant. Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. So thank you to you guys, really. I mean, I've done the easy bit. I've just sat here and played some games and forced Tori to play some games for me. So it's you guys, really, that have made it happen. It's been awesome.
Games, yeah. Stop.
Yeah, that's been good, eh?
Sure, I can say that to you today.
Mm. Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, likewise, Lisa. You do lots for us too. It's a community, isn't it? Without wanting to get cheesy. It's not about one person or a few people. It's about a whole community working together.
Come off, just so I can see what you're going to draw. No, this guy's a real problem. How do I deal with these people?
And we're only just getting started, aren't we?
That guy's super
Not
good.
with this game and with Koala.
That guy is super good. I feel like I need to deal with him. mean, you can just restore him, but you have to pay 2 to do that.
Which one?
Here, but you have to pay 2 to do it. I don't hate that. It's quite a lot of your turn just to stun him up again. All right, let's junk. Get out of here, junk to injure him. Got to deal with that guy. He's crazy good. Then let's sniper, looter. Sorry, sniper, vigilante, not looter. Some people think I'm bonkers. I'm gonna. I don't even know if this is good. I'm just gonna war solo. I don't know what to do it now.
Sleep deprivation.
Yeah, it's kicking in. Oh, to you.
Right.
Already winning.
So.
Already winning.
Uh.
Thanks, Grace.
Oh my god, my brain. Draw a card. Any card.
Yeah, no, it's been really good actually. It's been really good. I was certainly keen to.
Oh, I didn't get him extra water, did I?
No, you do that when you play your silo card. Yeah, I'm certainly keen to do some more streaming if there's a few people in the hub that want it, and obviously I can vary it, and it wouldn't be as long. It'd probably just be a couple of hours of an evening, either playing some games like this or
Well, I had a bit of a brainwave.
doing some online stuff.
I had a brainwave. Then next spring we do another one of these, and then we do gaming with Koala, and we get all different types of people to game 24 hours. And we get like guests to come in and game, so maybe even get a few like celebrities to come in and do it, like it's face to face or whether it's online. Could be quite cool.
Yeah, I think
take a little while to set up, but
the hub's a great venue for it. Like that's why the gaming evening's so great. 'Cause you've got all those so many tables, so much space. It's like the best gaming venue ever. Really, just need a cup of tea there, don't we? You're laughing.
Right. Let's have a little look see. So
It was been really nice as well as people just kind of dipping in and out of chat. So people sort of come in for a bit, they've kind of hung around. It's like almost taking turns to spend some
have
time
you
with
noticed
you.
how he's doing that thing again? Florence says you do this.
Oh, well, I'm talking to chat to be fair,
I'm
because
joking.
I can't chat on my turn. I've got to concentrate on winning. Yeah, Grace says she'd love to see that.
Yeah, I think we should think about it. I think it's quite cool. Goodness me, brain. Right. I am going to. This could be a mistake, but
I think there's lots of those in this game, to be fair, and it kind of ends up working out.
can you ditch as many as you want?
Yeah, you can
Do you
junk
pay?
as many
Is it
cards. No, junk cards. You just get rid of as many as you want, get the ability to top.
Right.
You can do as many things on your turn as you want.
Can we
that you've
damage
got
him?
action to. Damage, yeah? You think? You certainly can.
And then I'm gonna ready
Yeah,
him.
I think that's a really good idea, Liz. That's what I was thinking about actually when Tori just said that is, I mean, yeah, I mean, you could make it as grandiose as you like, really, but I think even just having the hub open, like for a whole day on like a Saturday or something, maybe, because you don't want to do Sunday really. If people are like, oh, I'm tired, I'm going to go, whatever, but you do it on a Saturday and just have it open all day. People come and go, sit down, play some games, donation box, cakes, whatever.
Cakes. That's gonna be some pieces
I think it'd be awesome.
of expertise.
Basically, like a an evening gaming group, but across the whole day. I think it's yeah, I think it's a really good idea, Liz. Because the other thing I wasn't fine with games is like if you know you've got time to play them, you do then play the longer games and the games that perhaps you want to try. But if you go just of an evening, you're like, oh, I'll play Exploding Kittens because I know how to play that and I know I enjoy it. Whereas it might be other stuff that you've seen, and you're like, oh, I'd like to try that. I just don't feel like I've got time. Yeah, it's interesting you say that, Liz, actually, because David, I don't know if David's in the chat now,
Yeah.
he's sort of been in most of the time, actually. But that's how he spent his days. So David's a friend of mine, and we met through card games, so a key forge, really. But um, yeah, he was playing Pokemon today, funny enough. Tori asked him what sort of games he's playing at the moment, and yeah, he's spent the day playing Pokemon today. No, each time you do that, it brings it in, and if you play another one, it bumps it forwards one space.
Okay.
So how many have you just played? Two?
No, you draw the top three cards, and then use a junk effect on one of
Oh,
them.
sure. Okay, yeah. So that just brings it in. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
But if you play that symbol again, it will bump it forwards one.
Um, and then
Do you mean the sort of miniatures Warhammer, Liz, or like sort of card based?
hang on. Action.
You're right. Have you not spent a single bit of water yet?
No, I'm struggling actually.
Oh.
So actions happen first. So this isn't going to work. I've got. No,
Wait, didn't I injure this guy?
no,
No, yeah, you can't use him on the turn that he's restored. It's the turn after. That's so takesy backsies. They get one of those on them the turn you restore them. Rewind. I'll just
right. So
leave those out now.
do those to get me enough.
Takesy backsies.
Well, I'll just pay that because it's driving me bonkers. I can't spend.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got loads of money and I can't spend it.
So you're not restoring this guy now, no? Take that off.
No, I did. Oh,
You're
no,
doing
I'll
that
do it.
anyway.
Store him.
You're doing that now. Okay. So yeah, the turn they're restored, you can't use them.
Okay, well, I'll take it off because she'll go anywhere. Right.
This is a problem with Tori on the games.
It's because he chats all
I'm
the way through. He
chatting on
just
stream. I
chats.
look back and she's pretty much broken every single rule in the game.
You just chat constantly.
And then, like yesterday, and then she wins, and she's like, "Oh, well, I won the game." No.
So I'm going to talk through your go now and see how you.
Well, the first thing you can do is pick one of your camps to blow up.
Why? Why?
Because my raiders. So you do get to choose there, and then I get my 3 water and
Damage it or
cool.
destroy it?
Uh,
Damage it.
damage it. Yeah, yeah. There is Liz. There's only one, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I'm right in saying that, but actually. Koala have got a copy. I've got a copy as well. It's really good. So it's a co-op game, and it's based on a sort of Warhammer fantasy setting, but
Maybe
with
you need to do
cards.
the next adult ball game.
Yeah, it's really good. It plays up to 4. I think I've only ever played it with 2, but it is really good. But the miniatures are really popular. The only thing I've never done the miniatures in terms of the sort of Warhammer stuff. The only thing I think with those is that you need a lot of table space and sort of prior setup, and they take quite a long time. But for if you're doing a whole day of gaming, sure, you can certainly have a few tables dedicated to it. You just wouldn't want it to take over, I guess. Otherwise, there'd be nowhere for anyone else to go, I guess. But right, I'm pretty sure I'm winning. Where's that stupid one that if this card isn't damaged, flip over
I've had a shocker.
a destroyed count? Yeah, I feel like I'm winning. Although you've got this guy's trigger next to him, which is a problem. Oh, maybe don't. Oh no, I can't do that until he comes in. Sad. Sad. Okay. Um. mm,
I think the problem is of having a specific gaming event as well. So there's never enough people to fill that event. I think if you had like if you're in a gaming shop and they run specific events, it's different 'cause people come from all over. But I think you'd have to do a selection of a selection of.
no, no, no. It's any card, so I'm destroying your camp. I mean, you can bring it back with the other one, but you have to destroy that one to do it. So I'm alright with that. And then I think I'm gonna play.
But you could have it's a gaming event, and then have a few Pokemon tables and Warhammer table, and yeah.
I don't know what's better. I feel like this is only good if I get punks. I'm not getting punks. So I'm gonna play this guy for one, dink, and then I'm raiding with my wolf silo. Dink. Keep reading, reading, reading.
Finished?
I'm done. I'm 100%. I'm winning. Winning.
Okay.
Yeah, the board game's really good. It's surprisingly hard though. I think there's like sort of maybe 7 or 8 different scenarios that you work through. And normally with games, the first scenario is like really easy and just kind of introduce you to the game. Not in that. It's really hard. But it's good. And what's great about it if you play with two is
Damage.
oh yeah, sure. Is you have to play together and you there's like when one of you takes a rest
Damage.
action, it kind of boosts who you going for? It kind of boosts someone else. So it really encourages you to play as a pair. You can't win it on your own, which I like that about it. I thought that was cool. You play Yu-Gi-Oh training game. Yeah, I know what you mean on the Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to damage.
Funnily enough, an old friend of mine that I met through Netrunner, he started playing Netrunner. He was a really serious Yu-Gi-Oh player, and in fact ended
Yeah.
up judging the major tournaments and stuff. So he used to do all that stuff. He was really good. And then he played Netrunner for a while and was good at Netrunner as well. And then just had an incident at a big Netrunner tournament that he wasn't happy about the call made by the judge and just stopped playing Netrunner. I haven't seen him since. That was years ago. That was well sort of pre-COVID, but he was a really serious Yu-Gi-Oh player. I know he loved it, but yeah, absolutely.
Same with Magic there. That's why you don't play Magic. It's expensive.
Yeah, well, Flesh and Blood. Like I
Mm.
started playing Flesh and Blood, which is kind of the new one of those, really, from New Zealand. I was playing that with a friend recently. I went to a couple of tournaments, but to be honest, yeah, it's the money, and I kind of feel like you have to buy into it, otherwise you go to tournaments with rubbish cards.
Mm.
Um,
I think Keyforge is a little bit like that because you had to keep buying and buying and buying.
yeah, it is to an extent because that's where the sealed was so much fun though, because you just bought a single deck and played a tournament, and it was like, oh, yeah, my deck's
It's just
rubbish,
there's
but it's
too
still
much
played.
for me. Keyforge was just too much luck. I just didn't really like that about it. I like playing it, but yeah.
Yeah, no, the draw is, but
So I played 2 tournaments, didn't I, with
yeah,
Keyforge?
yeah, you did really well. But no, I completely agree on the sort of chasing cards. It's never appealed to me. Like the games that I enjoy, like Netrunner and games like that, um they're a preset card pool. So you buy the same pack as me, we get exactly the same cards. And I do prefer that really because the other thing I found with Flesh and Blood is people are just quite nasty. They're nasty in the games because they really want to win. Because you get genuinely good prizes for the top four. You get cards that you can then sell for hundreds of pounds. So you're not just playing to play in a tournament where you maybe get a play mat or something that's quite nice. You know, you're potentially talking about the winner takes away in effect like six, seven, £800 in stuff that they can just instantly sell. So I just found people weren't
I heard
particularly
Magic was a
friendly.
bit like that. I've heard that from people.
Yeah,
From
I think
people
they're all
who
like it. I mean, I don't know about Yu-Gi-Oh. I've never played that to be fair, but certainly that was my experience with Flesh and Blood. And yeah, I think
well,
Magic's the
5R was
same.
the same as well, wasn't it?
No, because L5R was a set card pool,
But
so
there's an
everyone had the same
interesting button to be
access.
met some
Yeah,
people.
they weren't the. I mean, the lot in Basingstoke were friendly to be fair, but if you went further afield, but Netrunner's definitely one of the friendliest communities that I've known. There's still one or two, but it's very rare Netrunner. Generally,
I find
everyone's
it
really
interesting because
friendly.
I think a lot of take you go. I'm going to chat through Mark's game now. He's talking time.
Sure.
4 minutes. Well, I think it's really interesting because I think a lot of
Oh, you did your
um,
thing, did you?
I think a lot of gaming, especially card game and board gaming communities, they're full of neurodivergent people. So I often wonder why they're not. Some of them sometimes they're not a bit friendlier. Some are amazing. I've only done a couple of tournaments, but I find it really interesting. And I find it really interesting that you say the Netrunner one is one of the nicest ones, when Netrunner is one of the hardest games to play. I find that really interesting.
Maybe that's why though,
Yeah.
because it's just the timing windows really. But you almost have to let people have take seat backseats because it's like, particularly new players, they just do something and you're like, oh well, there's like a window for me to do, and they just genuinely don't know. So I think because of that, people aren't going out their way to. I don't know. It's never been cutthroat. I just feel like people aren't going out of their way to
I
win.
was watching a program on Sky, and one of the Liz, I don't know if you ever watched Billions. I'm sure we spoke about it actually.
Goes back one.
And one of the I can't remember their name now, but it was like his arch nemesis. They were Netrunner player. They mentioned Netrunner in one of the series. It's quite interesting.
Oh, was that the that wasn't the chess one, was it? I've not watched that. It's
No,
really
no.
popular. Oh, okay.
What's it? Wall Street. Oh, I don't know. I'm just making stuff up now.
That's what I feel like you're doing, yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm just doing the Raider train. I'm going to push it forwards one and trigger it now. Damage one of your camps, babes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to pay one and bring the Raiders back out. Raiders. Over to you.
Mm-hmm.
Queen's Gambit. Yeah, that's it, Liz. That's what I was thinking of. But obviously, yeah, Tori's talking about something different. But no, it's supposed to be really good, actually. But I also haven't seen it. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right on the trading card games. The difference between coming eighth and second is like hundreds of pounds in what you get. And people just open up random packs, and there's a card in there that's worth £400 or £500. Um, I went to a tournament quite early on in Flesh and Blood with a friend of mine. There was only six of us in this tiny little gaming shop in somewhere near London, and we all got, I think it was about £20 or something. We all got however many packs to open, and the guy sat two. I mean, there was only six of us. The guy sat two chairs away from me, opened up a completely rare card at the time that instantly went on the Discord page for it and sold for like £400. You just think that's crazy. If I sit two seats further down, yeah, of course.
So I can just use that to write him up.
Yes. So damage and or
So I can damage one of yours.
oh, Actress Store.
Yeah, so
Wow.
damage.
You did both. Yeah, yeah. Damage can be building or as long as it's unprotected.
Right
And
him.
yeah,
And I've still got another go because that was nothing.
that sounds really good. Yeah, yes, but then you have to damage him. Otherwise, he's completely broken. Then damage him. Yeah, otherwise that card's just ridiculous. Yeah. But yeah, and that was one of the first things I went to, and that kind of put me off. And then I went to a bigger one tournament a bit later. And I've got to be honest. I think I played eight people on the day. One of them was a guy I knew from Southampton that I played with regularly. He was really nice. And one other guy that I played against was really nice. But the other six just weren't nice at all. Like taking your cards
Right,
off you,
so I
shuffling your
just
deck and stuff.
turn one to my hand,
Yeah,
and then I can play it ready.
no, he comes in ready, not the card you're
But
playing.
I can
But
play
you can
that
play
back
it
again.
again, yeah, and obviously he doesn't come in damaged. Cost you one, obviously. Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't for me. Anyway, I sold all my stuff up, and I'm glad I did. It wasn't for me. But I've still got friends who play. All right, you done?
I,
Raiders. Good. You overlooked my card. I knew you were going to do that. Money. Yeah, I knew you were going to do that. Schoolboy errors. You ignored this guy.
oh no.
Ah, biscuits. But before this guy, let's start with strafe. So it's a 0 event. It happens right now, and that injures all unprotected enemies. It does cost me 2 though.
That's cool.
It's really good. It's super good.
Annoying.
Did I move that up? Yeah, I did, definitely. Right, where am I trying to get into? Oh, this guy can go. Right, and then one on him. Destroying that guy. I'm feeling good
My
about this.
scientist.
Your scientist is gone. He's too good. Oh, you got another one?
Yeah.
Do both of them. There's only 2 in the whole deck. Oh, to you.
Right.
I'll be bumping your bunkers. Oh. Oh. I definitely want to keep my garage because that's single-handedly winning the game at the moment. Sure. Let's do this one. Over to you.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Liz. Yeah, definitely. And you get so much. So again, Netrunner, it's just like mats. I say just like the mats are really nice, and you only normally get them if you're in like the top 8. So they're quite
So,
yeah.
so I get
They're nice if because not everyone's got them. You win and you get some all up cards and things like that, but none of it gets sold really. People just keep hold of it and they use them and they play with them. So it's so much friendlier. But they also have a system. Well, I think they do this in most things actually. But they have a system in Netrunner where it pairs you up against people with similar results. So if you lose your first 2 games of the day, you're playing against other people who've also lost their first 2 games. Yeah, yeah, you can always move when you're playing new one in. Yeah. Um, so it's great. It just means if you're having a bad day, which happens, you just end up playing against other people that are also struggling. And to be honest, you get to a point in about round 4 or 5 where you're both just having fun and don't care because you can't do anything at that point. They're some of the best games. I've been to tournaments at the NEC in Birmingham, like sort of 250 people at their biggest. But by the end, if you can't get into the top, you just sat with a beer, and the person opposite you sat with a beer, and you don't even really care about the game. You're just having a good laugh. So that's always been the difference for me with Netrunner compared to those sort of pay to win games for sure. What's going on there? No, no, no. It's an event. Goes
no.
on the event
I'm
cycle.
joking actually.
Oh, sure. Injury.
You tell
He
me.
only triggers when you've got an event in play, though, by the way.
Okay.
All right, fair enough.
Uh,
Have I won yet?
then I'm going
Liz is on Team Mark tonight, I can tell. You just draw as many cards as you want.
Oh, I will.
Whoa.
Ah!
Oh, you're joking.
Right. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna get another card. Ooh. Don't look.
Oh, apparently they come up like. Oh, on your camera it'll be alright. Apparently on that one they're like backwards, so can't really see the card. I need to check that. Well, look, let me hold one up and you tell me.
Sorry, I thought that was just you knew that was like that.
No. So the reason it is because I flipped the camera on the table because otherwise it looks like you're staring down the table. It's weird,
My brain hurt.
but it does mess the cards up.
You get.
Well, you finished. All right, Raiders. Raiders doing some work. This garage, crazy good. So damage one of them, and then I'll draw a card. Actually. My Raiders just hit you. So will you choose? It's your choice. Obviously, it can't be your destroyed one, but yeah, Raiders are really good. I mean, sure, I'm going to Raiders again. Why would I not do this? And then I'm going to Sniper for Van. Not there though.
I don't really have my brain isn't working tonight.
Oh, that old chestnut.
Going on.
And then I think I'm just going to Silo. Over to you.
Okie dokie.
The Raiders are coming in. Coming in for the win. Some people fingers.
Okay. Right, I'm gonna boop, boop, boop.
Early water silo.
Yeah, it's like we've got a plan, isn't it?
Wait, what? Oh no, I don't win next turn. You still got turn to deal with it.
Oh, you silly bummer.
That will certainly do it. Destroyed. One each. It's actually pretty even as it goes. It's just that my garage is better protected at the moment, but and what you draw. That strafe gun was massive. It's a good card. I like this scientist though, he's brilliant. Chunk 3 and then choose one you wanna use. I think he's cool. How much did it cost to do that one? That's good ability, I think. Some people think I'm bonkers.
And then I'm gonna
Jane Steph jumped in the stream a few times. They didn't come into chat, but they were just there. They messaged me earlier, and Kate said, "Oh, we really enjoyed watching the games and stuff. But the funniest bit for us was watching you try and do the puzzle with George under the pressure of dinner being ready." I need punks in my deck. If I had some punks in this deck, it'd be crazy good. I think you've lost.
doom balloons.
Yeah. That scientist is really cool. I just like it's a card. Like, Star Stream.
Stop chatting, get on.
You don't. You did your Elisalo, didn't you? Sure. I'll move them up one. Winning. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, I think I am actually winning. Right? Do I just win here? I just win here. I must win here.
I've still got one camp left.
Yeah, but I think I can deal with both of them. So I'm going to pay 2 to Sniper. This one. So destroys any card. And then I'm going to junk this guy to move these forwards 1. And then you have to damage one of your camps.
That's
and you only
really
have one.
annoying with us.
Did you have it? What did you have?
Bombardment. I was just getting ready to line.
Oh yeah, I mean that would win it for you. It's a few turns though. That's the only
No,
thing. No, it goes in event 3, so it's 2, maybe 3.
sucks to be me.
Yeah, afraid it does. Right, let's reshuffle.
What do you want to do Mars as well?
Well, what do you want to do about Mars? I mean, I love Mars, but Mars, I think
What about Keyforge?
I think Mars is an hour and a half.
Is Keyforge too much?
Uh,
I think 9 o'clock is a good time to finish. You've been on.
yeah, yeah, more for everyone else as well.
Well, what is?
I don't. I mean, I love Mars. I'd always play Mars,
So for
but
the last hour, what does it play? Do you want us to play this again, or what else could we play that your brain will cope with, considering how tired you are? The game we played.
I know me.
Oh, I lost that twice. It's very annoying.
Can we get Mars done in an hour and 9
Could
minutes?
we play some easy ones?
Because we did say
What
to
about
Naomi
Pandemic?
we're going to do Mars. No, because I can't. I need to double check the rules and stuff on it. Ashes is amazing, but again, I
Something
can't
easy that
play
we.
that off the top of my head.
Oh, let's Mars. Let's do Mars. Let's. Hi, Rob. Rob's watching.
Oh, hi Rob.
Getting tips.
Getting tips, yeah.
Let's do Mars.
I feel like Naomi's come in stream. We promised planets, and then
Do you want planets,
attending.
Naomi? It's up to you. Because we're just all too.
I reckon if we focus and you're not permanently chatting, we can do it in an hour and a half.
Let's do
I
it.
think you can do Mars in less than that.
Let's do it.
Come on then. We'll just do basic Mars. Let's do Mars.
So
I do love Mars. It's not that it's a chore. It's just time-wise and trying to fit it in. So
out of the last couple of days or last 24 hours, are there games that you have seen being played? Yeah, Naomi said please. Are there games that you have seen being played that you
we're
think
doing it, Naomi.
you
We're
think,
doing it.
oh, I'd like to see a koala? I mean, I think I'm going to get this game, and I think I'm going to get the deluxe one. I think it's quite nice the way it just.
Yeah.
I'd struggle with laying the cards out properly without this.
Yeah, I do agree. That's the nice thing about it. So, well, there's 3 versions of varying costs. So you can get just bog standard cards and cardboard tokens, and that will cost about £17. I'm just thinking for anyone else who likes it. And of course, you can play the game. You don't need the mats at all. But I just think the mats are really helpful.
The mats
for
really helped me
setting all out. Yeah, I agree.
So, and also Summoner Wars that we played last night. I'd like to get a copy of that for the hub. I think that was good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, Liz likes Summoner Wars. Yeah, we'll get a copy of that, Liz. I like that as well.
Yeah, no, that's really good. And there's so much replayability in that. I mean, I love how it tells you everything on the board. So it makes it fairly straightforward to play, but they're still really interesting. But we've played what maybe 4 of the different sort of races now, and every game's completely different, isn't it? So there's so much replayability in that.
I'm hoping that Mark's going to bring some Keyforge as well to group. Which I think
I've got a gazillion Keyforge decks.
I think we should have a Keyforge night one night.
And just give those to Koala.
Let's see how many people turn up for gaming group and just say who wants to get Keyforge, and we could just get loads of us playing it. Because it's not long either, is it?
No. I mean, Keyforge, when you know cards, you play in under half an hour easily.
Yeah.
Easily under half an hour.
And it's 7 to 9 now. Yeah, 4 games group. So it's 2 hours. Maybe it will be longer in time, but at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think longer's fine, but it's just obviously fitting it in.
Keyforge, Naomi, is a card game that's been out for ages now. And you have a deck of. Everyone has separate decks, so no one's deck is the same. And it's just you kind of got to play it, but it's what I like about it is that sort of teenagers and stuff can play it. It's not really hard to grasp, and once you've got the concept of it, it's actually really good fun.
That was the only other one I was thinking for Koala was what people's thoughts were on Harry Potter.
Liz, I don't like Cards Against Humanity.
Tori and I played.
I really don't.
No, you're Tori. After Floss and I played.
Yeah, I don't like it. I think I don't like it because there's no strategy in it, is there? Cards Against Humanity.
I just.
It's not my thing.
It's just not my humour. I think if that's if it works for your humour, then I can absolutely see why people just think it's hilarious. You might just move you're going to need a lot of space here. I don't know. I've only played it once. I think you're going to have to move it.
Should I see Disney?
I'm not sure we're going to quite get all of Mars on the table. Mars takes up a decent amount of space, but we'll get enough that you can see what's going on, Naomi. Definitely. Right.
What are you not happy about? What did you just say? Have you upset Naomi?
Oh, I said I'm not sure we're going to get it all on the table because it takes up quite a decent amount of space. But I said we'll certainly get enough on.
Oh yeah, but you can just put that. You just put that up. You just pan that out a bit.
Yeah, it can't go on much. I don't know. I think it'll be fine. We'll get the board on. That's most of what you need to see, really. So we've got some expansions for Mars. Do you want to explain Mars while I'm setting up?
Can't remember.
Probably. Well, you can sort of explain roughly what's about.
So you Naomi, we were talking last night about. Actually, do you know what it reminds me of? Pandemic. I've only just twigged. It's not a co-op game, is it? No, it's not co-op.
No, no, definitely not co-op. No, absolutely
But
not.
it's kind of you've got
It's
it's
good for
like a lot of
discussion.
these games, Amy. It's like different elements of it.
Is
Hold
that
on.
facing
Oh, yeah.
these guys?
Yeah, so
Can't
there's
really
different
tell.
elements of it,
There you
and
go.
you are basically choosing. You're basically got to get
So,
points to make prizes, and you are moving yourself around the outside of the board. But there's loads of other ways to gather points as well. So whether you're bringing up the temperature or whether you are bringing up the oxygen level, and there's loads of extra milestones that you can get when you're playing. And it's quite an interesting game. It's one of those games where you've got to try and not forget that you've got triggers. So you'll build up cards, and
ooh, sorry.
you start to build up. Isn't co-op a shop? It
Yeah.
absolutely is a shop. um, cooperative. So yeah, working together. So you've played. I'm sure you've played Pandemic. That's a co-op game. I'm sure you played it with Mitch. I'm sure you were there. But yeah, that's a cooperative game where you all play against the game basically. I don't really like co-op games. I like to beat other people. I'm too competitive. uh, much to Mark's dismay, although Mark's pretty competitive himself, to be honest. So
Yeah, I just think it's good to not always play competitive when you're playing against a similar person because
I disagree.
I don't know, it can just be a bit like, oh no, don't want those ones, the Venus cards.
I
I'm
haven't
not
sworn at
terrifying
you
Venus
for
today.
24 hours
No.
playing the game.
Yeah, so I mean that was a sorry, I'll put over there in a second. That was a pretty good explanation, to be fair. So what we're doing, we are competing against each other. So ultimately, this tracker around the outside of the board is our points, and whoever's got the most points at the end of the game wins. And ultimately, we're trying to terraform Mars. So we're trying to make Mars habitable to live on. The game ends when the temperature is maxed out, the oxygen's maxed out, and all the water tiles are on the planet. So that's how it ends. So we're kind of racing against each other to do as much of that stuff as we can. And then, as Tori said, along the way we will be building, or we'll have like structures and stuff that um, uh, kind of give us more money and allow us to do these things more quickly. What's great about this list is that's a really good point, actually. This pack of cards that I'm shuffling right now is an expansion for Terraform Mars, but they actually give you a boost at the start of the game. So that actually speeds the game up a bit. I mean, it's still quite a long game, but they give you a little sort of boost to speed you up. So that's a really good expansion just for making the game a bit quicker. What colour do you want to be, Babes?
Red, please.
What's going to show up on stream? Blue that the budget goes up quite well, so we'll do blue, something like green. Get this out of the way.
Studies accent, put your haircut in. Anyway, we're on live stream. So I know
I
the
didn't
stream
have,
queen.
but Florence is.
Yeah,
I
but
think.
yeah, so stream queen.
No, I did say to Julie that we'd have to play the others by ear.
Right, so listen, stream queen, you need to go to bed now. Okay? You get hit next. I'm going to take nothing. Good girl. Alright.
There's your board.
Oh,
So
Naomi said hello. That's Naomi is your space friend.
appreciate these
Love
boards
Naomi.
are kind of like back to front for you guys, but
Say hello if you look in that camera.
basically we get these boards that we track our progress through the game and kind of track our resources on this. One of the best things for me about this game is I'm gonna have to take a box for a second, gorgeous. In fact, no, I need that box. So I need to find something else to put your camera on. One of the best things about this game is a lot of it is science based, just in terms of the thematics of it, really.
It's little conversations. We go, oh look, that's so and so.
Yeah, it gets criticised for its artwork a bit. The artwork's not the best, but these are already shuffled, by the way. But
What game's that?
oh, I've never played it. I don't think it's great actually. Um, but yeah, I like the sort of aspects of the science behind it. You know, the fact that a meteorite hits a planet, for example, and it raises the temperature and does things like that. So they have tried to base it those sort of elements bits. Right. I mean, I think we're pretty much set up. We'll kind of talk you through stuff as it's happening. But yes, so the game will end once the temperature is at max. All these water tiles that I'm just putting on the board now are out on Mars, and the oxygen is maxed. At that point, Tori and I will still have points in front of us that we need to total up. So it isn't whoever's ahead on points at that very moment. We then go into a sort of count all your points up on your cards
So
thing to
sometimes
see, and that will decide it.
we've been keeping our scores for the last.
It's quite a different setup to normal, isn't it? Figure this
Yeah, I
out.
don't like it. It's all
No,
different.
I've got to figure it out.
Right, stop doing that.
That's all right. I'm going to wedge that open in a second.
So the last, would you wedge it
I
behind?
just want us both need access
For
to
the
the
last
thing.
6 months, we've been keeping our scores on this game. So, for example, you can look at your board and think, "Wow, I've absolutely nailed this," and then Mark will win with about like 4 points. It's really
Yeah, it's normally very close, actually. I'll leave those there for us. It's very rare that, there's a big difference that separates it. I'm going to put mine kind of here and just start to spread out a bit. So, you are a corporation that is terraforming Mars. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shuffle. I've shuffled these. These are the corporations. I'm going to deal Tori and I two each, and then we look at them and we choose one. So they're all completely different. They all have different sort of benefits that you'll play into as we play through the game. And then this is one of the expansions that actually speeds the game up. So I deal with 4 of these, and we pick 2, and all of these cards just give us like a boost at the start of the game. So they're just kind of speeding the game up a bit, really. So you have a look at your corpse, you have a look at these cards, and you kind of make a selection for what you want to play as. I would say it's one of those games where, um, certainly I found at least, the first sort of couple of turns, it's kind of like, whoa, what's going on? I don't really know what's going on. But as you start to, once you've got a couple of turns, it's like, oh no, okay, yeah, I get this. And then the turns just kind of repeat, really. Right, let me have a look. I don't think I want this. Oh, that is actually quite interesting. What's this?
The game's the wrong way round. It's stressing me out a bit, but we'll get there.
Yeah, we normally play downstairs, don't we? It's the first time we played up here.
Is it 2 of these you pick?
Yes.
The dogs. Oh no, it's. Wow. And so the prelude you can only use once, right? At the beginning.
Correct. It's a one-off thing. It just happens. I feel like this might be quite good, but I feel like it's a bit confusing. So I think I'm gonna go for this one. I've not played either of these, so that's cool. Um, Probably almost definitely want this.
Don't know how I feel about this. Oh wow. Okay.
I mean, that's good.
Oh, what's the really good ones in?
Sorry, we're like, oh, that's really good, and this is brilliant. You guys can't see any of it, but you'll kind of see it as we play it. And as we play a few turns, you'll kind of get what's going on here,
Or not.
or not. Yeah, if we explain it terribly.
So this, have you explained this? So this board,
Sure about
in
that.
effect, this is like your resources board. So you use
Yeah,
this
the best thing about the game.
at every turn. You've got this is money,
Sure.
this is greenery, this is energy. So heat in the next turn turns to heat, and then you can raise the temperature. All gives you points. And then this one, for example, it reduces. Excuse me, they're worth more than money.
You decided, yeah?
So you'll see as we go along. There, we'll just play it out.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, once we've got a couple of turns played, and you'll see we'll start to repeat what we're doing, and then you're like, oh yeah, yeah, no, I'm sort of I see what's going on now. So I need one of your counters over here, please, babes, for your starting point at 20. Our points around the outside also become our money as well. So if you can get an early points advantage, get an early money advantage, that really helps. Um, should we go? Should we just do these ones now
Yeah.
and not worry about these till a bit later? Let me just whiz through what these are. Because obviously they can be picked up pretty soon. Have you chosen your corp though, yeah, and your
Mhm.
wipes? Yeah, awesome. Right, so I'm gonna just put these away quick. I mean, that's it for setup. When you know what you're doing, it really doesn't take long to set it up. That isn't the length of the game, really. In fact, most of the length of the game is just at the end when you've got about a billion things that are triggering. Just trying to remember what needs triggering, but. Uh, And the other thing I like about this game, although it's competitive, it's not particularly nasty. There's one or two cards that will take plants off you and things like that, but there's nothing awful. There's nothing that kind of is like, I'm playing this card and now you don't get to play the game for like 5 turns and you just lose. There's nothing like that, which I really like because I hate that in competitive games where you just kind of get done by one card. So, shall I push those back there a bit? Maybe we can get some there, can't we? And then, well, I just thought they can see our cards a bit better then. Right, we're figuring it out. Okay, so do you want to go first for your corp? So we got
Yeah.
dealt two corps. We've picked one. They'll both be very different. I'm gonna hold it up so everyone can see it backwards on stream. Actually, let me put it on your camera. So this is. Oh, it's really hard for me to do this. I've been rubbish at this since the stream started. So this is Tori's corp. So she'll sort of talk to it in a minute, but yeah. So this is who she is for the rest of the game. She is Philaris.
Right, so I start here with you can't see the card, but 47 gold. That's a really good start.
Yeah, that's crazy. What?
Yeah, right. I even started it.
What?
And then as my first action,
I'll concede now, I think.
place a greenery tile.
7, Joe.
Place a greenery tile as your first action. Or was
Yeah,
it?
first action. So that's once we're actually playing. Chill out. Yeah. But no, that is good. Okay, what's its ability though? What does it actually do?
So if someone puts a tile in between two of our tiles, so each new adjacency between your tile and an opponent's tile gives you a standard resource of your.
Oh, okay, right. So yes, if I go next to one of your tiles, you get to choose a resource that you want. Oh, that's not bad. It's not bad. The money's good. Okay, and what about your white cards? Well, I guess I do my. Let me do my court first. So I've got Recyclon, so I'm all about looking after the planet and preserving it, unlike Tori, who's just out for herself. I've never played this before. This is an interesting one. So whenever I play a building tag, and you'll see as we play through, but these little things here, these are called tags. They become relevant, more relevant the later the game goes. Some cards require these tags to be able to be played from your hand, which is all part of the science because you can't have fish in the ocean without a certain number of oceans. So to play the fish card, you have to have a certain number of oceans on the board, etc. It's cool. It's science. But whenever I play a building tag, including this one, I put a microbe on this card. And then when there's two microbes here, I can raise my plant production one step. So that's cool. Yeah, so I'm growing plants is what I'm doing. And then what about, and I start with 38 gold.
Fine with this game that there are a couple of strategies, and I think I have sometimes played it where it's all about plants and raising oxygen and getting board coverage. Other times it's about points. So it's just really interesting. I think you just have to try and match up your prelude cards. So
Yeah, it very much depends.
is this open now?
Yes.
So do I get 5 of those? What are these two?
That raises oxygen 2 steps,
It does indeed.
which gets you 2 points. Okay, so these are these booster cards I was talking about, just to help speed the game up, really, because it gives you a boost right at the beginning of the game. So this little symbol down here-ish somewhere, that's oxygen. So by doing that, Tori raises the oxygen 2 spaces. So she's already done that on there.
One thing to say is to finish the game, you have to have the temperature right up, the oxygen right up, and all the oceans out.
Yeah, I have said that.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have. Okay.
yeah.
I'll shut up.
And every time you raise a parameter, as they're called, so heat, oxygen,
So
or
I gain
water,
5 steel.
you gain a point. So points mean prizes, so you win the game, but also it means money in this game. So early points are really good. And then
Right.
what's the other one?
I didn't read this one properly, clearly. Decrease your money production 1 step. That's going to hurt because I don't like stuff like that. But
Oh, it's not bad.
everything else, so my plant production, everything else goes up. So my plant production is up 1. My energy production's up 1. And my heat production is up 1.
Yeah, I mean, that seems okay.
I'm usually about the money.
Let me do mine. I'm about the money. Well, not about recycling. This right here is just 21 money straight away that I just get. So
Have you got your other money? Oh, yeah.
yeah, so I just get 21 money. Gold counters. Where are we? These are worth 10. I don't know how easily you'll be able to see them on our boards, really. But the golds are 10, the silvers are worth 5, and the little bronze ones are worth 1.
Thanks, Grace. Hopefully, I'll beat him at some point.
And then I'm going to smash a huge asteroid into the planet.
That's helpful.
Yeah. Part of my recycling plan. So, I should have a micro on that
So
card
a lot
as
of
well.
things that you do is if you raise the temperature or if you do something to oxygen, it triggers other things. So going up by 3.
That gives me 3 points, most importantly. 1, 2, 3.
But it also gives
Winning.
you heat.
I get 1 heat production, yes, because of pumping that up. So that's not bad at all. But getting 3 points straight off the bat is really good. But then I do lose 5 money. That's the people don't like you smashing. No money. People don't like you smashing asteroids into their planet. Apparently. Right, so they're kind of dead cards now for me. Yours aren't because you've got tags. So I'm just going to stuff mine under there.
I don't need that one actually.
Right, just tuck it underneath. It's fine. All right, then we're going to flip this. Not that. We'll go for this. So if it's got the sort of more squiggly bit on it, that'll be Tory. If it's the more plain side, that'll be me.
Cheating again.
That's you.
More squiggly. Do you mean like?
No, yeah, that. Yeah. Oh, we got 2 cards. Got 2 cards, but no cards. I'm doing getting ahead of myself. So you are going first, though, anyway. So
You got 3/4 an hour left.
yeah, there's no chance it's gonna be done if we've got now. What we're doing 10, isn't it? Who do I get to? 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Well, you always start 10, and then you choose. Yeah, and then you choose which of them you want to keep for 3 money each.
That's really annoying.
So what we get here now, this time we get 10 cards, but at the beginning of each turn we would get 4 cards, and then every card that you want to keep costs you 3 money, and cards also have a cost to play them. I don't know how easily you're going to be able to see this really, but they also have a cost at the top to play them. So you're trying to find that balance of keeping cards that you want. Some of these cards you won't be able to play till right towards the end of the game though, so do you want to keep them or do you just want to sort of get rid of them now rather than just keeping them in your hand forever? That's sort of part of the strategy of the game, really. I don't think. Well, I definitely don't want garbage.
This card you can bring the global requirements up or down.
Yeah, that's really good.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, normally it's by 2, I think. It's really good. As many as you want, you just pay 3 per card. As long as you can afford them, obviously. Maybe.
The blue cards are good because the blue cards, they stay in play, and you can just use them on your turn. The green cards, they kind of rack up, and you they kind of have an effect when you play them. But then the little tags in the corner, sometimes you'll have things that say you need 5, say, earth tags to play this. So there's kind of a few elements to it, but once you get your head around it. So this one here, if you look at this one, it requires me to have 7, you can see it, 7 science
It's
tags.
a
That's a
5 in
lot
the
of
average.
science tags. So the likelihood of me getting those straight away, I'm not going to bother holding that one.
Maybe it's. Yeah, my hand's quite average. A lot of these, I can't. They're good cards, but I can't play them until much later in the game. So there's no way I'm spending 3 money now to to keep hold of them when I'm not going to be able to play them for ages. That one's probably not too bad. But I mean, they're not bad cards. Um, I just don't want them now.
No, but we don't. It's such a long game. If it's something that people want to play, we can maybe look at getting it, but it is a long game. And it's only 2 player, right? Or was it 3?
No, you can play up to 5.
Oh, God. That would take like all day.
Yeah, it would be long with 5, I think. I've played it with 3, and it's fine. You don't wait for the other person to completely play their turn before you get to do something, otherwise that would be very dull. You do up to 2 actions, then you have to keep passing back. Um, but when you know what you're doing and playing through, it does really speed up. But the first couple of times you play through, it's a bit of a long one for sure.
Oh, my goodness.
Right, let's start getting rid of some of these because that's end game, so that's useless. Uh, maybe don't hate that actually if I'm going down that route. This is fine.
15.
I want to spend some more money. I think I get rid of.
This card
Oh boy,
here is a lot of money to play, but I
get rid
am
of this.
absolutely keeping this in my hand. It is a very good card.
What am I playing though? What am I playing? I can't play hardly any of these cards. This is bad. This is bad. I feel like I'm losing already. Okay, come on. Be positive. It's okay. It's okay.
Do you know card game? Do you ever see those visualizers? You used to have them in the
What's this? This
country.
card?
Visualizers are really,
I'm just going to
really.
make this out because I can use the cards to wish over. Okay, right, your first player. No, I'm trying to figure out how I'm not going to lose this game. Okay, so over to you. So what happens now is, oh, I didn't pay for my cards. I didn't pay for my cards. I need to pay 50.
This is what it goes.
Yeah. So what happens now is Tori can take 1 or 2 actions, and basically an action is pretty much anything at all that you do. Play a card, do something on the board, so like play a tile down, raise the temperature, claim one of these things at the bottom. Basically, all of that is like one action. There's a few different things that you can do. Or she can do 2 actions back to back. So she can do something and then immediately do something else. But when she's done her second action, it then passes to me. So then I can respond. So I can do 1 or 2 actions. Then it passes to her back and forwards until one of us will be like, I pass because there's nothing else I can do. I'm out of money or I don't want to play anymore this turn.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, you carry on.
Right, so I'm going to play this for one.
That seems efficient.
So every time I play an earth tag, see that's on the board. Every time it's tricky. Every time I play an earth
It's a
tag,
bit shiny as well, but I think they'll sort of get the gist.
when you play an earth tag, I pay 3 less money for it.
That's
So
good. For one, that's really
So
good.
for my next
Oh,
trick,
your first player, sorry.
I'm going to play an earth tag
Nice.
and I'm going to play it
Yeah, that's
for
really
3
good.
less. So and this is one thing that I am shocking. My mental maths is awful, but that's 4, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then this gets discarded because it's an event.
Yeah. 4.
So we won't show you all these because obviously it's going to be a lot of cards. But the red cards are events. So like any sort of typical event, really, that happens immediately. Then it gets discarded. Yeah. So Tori's going to look at the top 4 cards of the deck, and she gets to take 2 of those into her hand, and then she discards the other 2. So that's
Do I still pay for him?
no. So it's super strong because normally she'd have to pay every card you take in this game would normally cost you 3. So she gets to do that. Plus, she's seeing 4, so she can start to sort of pick out what she wants. So yeah, so that's an event. That's a red card. As soon as you've played an event, it gets discarded face down, but by you because they can be relevant later on in the game. Blue cards, which is this that she played. You carry on, Bose.
I've done
Um,
that. I've done my two.
oh, okay. They stay out for the rest of the game, and you normally once a turn you can trigger those.
Oh,
Some of
you
them
can.
like that go all the
Kathy,
turn.
I really need some fruit gums. I don't feel like I can't play without fruit gums.
Yeah. Well, let's play a couple of turns, and then we'll go and do that. Then we've got a couple of turns down. My turn's pretty rubbish. Is it rubbish? I feel like it's pretty rubbish. What do I need to get my ability? When you play building tag,
So this game's
I
really
need
funny
building
because I
tags.
work out a strategy of about 2 goes back to back that are going to be really
Sure.
significant. Then Mark will talk to me when I'm trying to do it, and I forget. I was like, "Stop talking, let me do."
Yeah, you do. It is a bit like that. It's like because you want to plan out on your turn really so you know what you're doing, but also for speed. Particularly later on, Tori have like 20 cards in front of her that she's trying to figure out.
Perhaps I just play.
Not really, not
So,
really.
when you
So
get sort of bored, you've got to watch where people are going. But the one thing that's what I like about this game is you can concentrate on what you're doing because I'm not very good at watching what someone else is doing and then counterbalancing it.
yeah, and you don't. There are times, but you don't really overly need to. Right, I can smell methane. Methane from Titan, in fact.
I don't think Liz has been listening to you going on.
No,
She's
so
been listening. So now, so we're doing monthly game showcase stream. So Liz, what? In fact, to be fair, I don't think you were on earlier when we were talking about it. So what Mark's hoping to do is, if there is interest in it, is sort of even
hi,
weekly.
Kathy.
Mark will be streaming a board game, or will be streaming a board game and a or an online sort of game. What do you call video game? Whatever.
Mm,
Um, yeah, so I think that's a really good idea. That's actually exactly what we were talking about
yeah,
last night.
yeah.
But I think you must have missed that comment. But that'd be
No, no,
really
it's a
good.
great
It's
idea.
from to get involved. Oh,
Mm.
she's like streaming queen. She was so good earlier. And you think that was a little girl who couldn't even talk about people?
Yeah, no, no, I think it's a great idea, Liz, and we have talked about
Yeah,
it.
that's
Now,
really good.
obviously, my dissertation and stuff's done. I think because I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Obviously, wouldn't normally do it this long, but I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm often doing this stuff anyway, so I might as well just be sharing some of these. They might not be of interest to you. They might catch your interest. You could buy it for yourself. We could get it for Koala, and sometimes I'll do it if I'm going around a friend's house and we're playing something a bit different, or someone's coming around here. Then I'll set up the stream as well, and you'll see some quite different stuff as well.
See,
So
Kathy will
yeah, I'll
laugh
try and
when
do
I
once
say
a week.
this. Is you can see why we're married, Kathy, because Mark's first ever stream was a 24-hour one. Does that remind you of anyone? Do you know anyone that would do something as ridiculous as that?
Right, I can smell methane from Titan. So this card, as Tori said earlier, has got a cost here, so it's a very expensive card. It's a bit annoying, and it's also got a requirement next to it. So I'm taking it off the camera. There we go. So auction has to be at 2%, but Tori raised auction for me, so I can now play this. So it
Oh,
costs
okay.
me 28.
Can I not use this till we reshuffle again? I can't, can I? Till we re
No, no,
redo.
this is whenever.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
I,
yeah. No, it'll say once per turn, or it'll have an arrow on
okay.
it. That's whenever. So I paid 28. Still not great. I'm not loving it, but I get to raise my heat production too, and I get to raise my plant production too. So it means at the end of the term, when we get to the production phase, I'm going to start getting plants and other things. And then this green just sits out here. It's also points at the end of the game for me. So when I said the game wasn't quite over at the end, we add up all of these points here as well to our total score, which is cool. It makes at the end a bit more interesting. I've only got 11 money left. Don't really know why I kept these cards. They're all pretty bad. I'm going to take just one action and pass back to you.
Right. So I'm just setting myself up now.
Mm.
Kathy's laugh.
Feeling bad about this already. Although I often say that in this game and then
Oh,
do
Liz,
it
I know
again.
that story of my life. You hear it, but you don't hear it, right? So I'm going to use that really cool Earth card already, and I'm going to play this one out. So because I've got the one that lets me pay 3 less for it, I'm only going to pay 20 for that. But what this gives me is that when I play a card, I play 2 less money for it. So I'm now paying 5 less. If it's an Earth one, it will be 3 less. Um, sorry, 5 less. But if it's any card, I'll be paying 2 money less. So this makes a real difference when you're playing the big cards. So that is that.
Yeah,
And
I mean
I'm
that's
gonna
already doing some work. Early game money's very tight in this game. When you get towards the end, you've almost got like infinite money. You just start putting a load of stuff down on the actual planet. But early game, you've got very little.
This 7. I'm not paying it for 7. I'm paying 5 for it.
There's a lot of mental mass in this game.
Just
No. Oh my goodness, you know that already?
Get to draw a card. Do I draw a card on play? Yeah. Yeah.
That card's broken. That's such a nightmare that you've got it as well.
Yeah, but
So you've got permanent mental mass now. Every time you play a card, you've got to do that math. You done?
I'm done.
Right, I think I'm done. So it comes back to me. Tori took 2 actions, but sadly, I've got no money, despite starting the game with a load of money.
Check.
I don't know where that all went. Well, I'm passing back to you because I've got no more actions. So finish your turn first.
Okay.
My money. You carry on. I'm just going to work this out. 38, 59, 55. I should have been on. And I've spent 28 there. So that would leave me with
No, I'm done.
27.
Yeah, I'm done.
Wait. Oh, and then no, that's right.
I is done. Thank you.
Oof. Not my money, did you? Didn't pay for your cards.
Yes, I did.
Right. Okay. All right.
Production.
Yeah. So this is the exciting bit, particularly as the game goes on. You do the production phase. So the first thing that happens is any energy that's sat on your board becomes heat, as it would do. And then you go through your board, starting with your money, and you get money from your points as well as any gold production that you've got. And you just start putting the cubes onto your board, which are then your resources that you can. My board's off the stream now. Let me have mine here. I didn't realize that was off the stream. That will then allow you to do more stuff on the board. So you'll see that come to fruition as we play through in theory. Oh no, that's where that one was. It was on this. I knew it was one there. Okay, right. Let me do cards where you're sorting out your resources. So I'm now first player. So one for you, one for me, one for you, one for me. And then it just repeats like this now. We only get 4 cards from now on instead of the 10. But otherwise it just repeats. So I get 23 money. No gold production. What? I don't lose on strain. 2
I
cards.
don't ever win this game.
That isn't true.
I'd like to say that even though I never win any games with them I'm playing with you, I still play.
Yeah, and that also isn't true. Right, give me good cards, please. Do I want that? No.
Oh,
Nope.
oh, we like that one. I love that, please. Thank you very much.
That's good. Well, these cards are crazy expensive. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll definitely take that. That's a bin. That's a keep.
This one.
Probably only want one of these 2. No, I have to take that. Okay, so I'm going to do my classic here that I always do.
Oh, hang on. If I got 2 cards.
Oh, you have to pay 6, but you get your money production first, obviously.
No. Oh no, it's playing it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always look at my hand of 4, and I'm like, I mean, this one's garbage, so I just get rid of that straight away. That's right. Yeah.
Join.
But then I end up I'll get something big, so I'm just having water at the moment. But I end up filling my hand with cards that I think, well, I know these are good cards, but then I'm unable to play them because obviously you have to pay 3 for every card you take into your hand, which then means you haven't got money to play them in the subsequent turns. So already you can see now I'm starting to mount quite a hand of cards, which is not what you want really. Money's really tight in this game, particularly early game. Hmm. Yeah, this is a really good one, Naomi. And to be honest, I'm the same, really. I watch people on YouTube playing a variety of different games. There's a couple in particular that I really enjoy watching. I think they're really entertaining, but they have a similar sort of taste, I guess, in games as me. But yeah, absolutely. You see them playing different games. Some of them I think that's probably not for me. Others I think, oh yeah, it looks brilliant, and they'll be the sort of ones that I go and grab. I mean, this was one that I played with my brother when I went around his, and I just loved it. And then I got it when I got back, and then Tori played it as well first time. She absolutely loved it. So this has been a real winner for us because we've played it a lot. But you like all these things, you get some and you sort of try it, and it isn't great. But I think the kind of best way of seeing games is to watch other people play them on like a stream, and I think you get a good idea from that on whether it will be of interest to you. All right, guys, you gonna say goodnight to the stream? Good night. Well done today on Harry Potter and on Roblox. Yeah. For some Valorant, which I oh yeah carried you on. You did. In a very stressful game. We won it though, didn't we? Winners. All right, beautiful. Well done today. Dance tomorrow, okay? All right, good. See you in the morning. But yeah, because I mean, this game's not too bad, but some games can be really expensive as well. So you don't really want to spend a load of money on something that you then don't play. Need to get my charger. Yeah, so it's great to hear, Naomi. I mean, I love it, but I think the other thing is there is just so much variety in it. I mean, you can end up playing some rubbish games, but I know he says goodnight and well done. Um, but then you sort of find things like Exploding Kittens and things like that. You're like, I didn't even know games like this existed, and it kind of really sort of makes you realise there's a whole range out there, which is what we like. I've ended up probably with too many, although I have got rid of some now that don't really get played. But all right, right. We were just having a chat. I was waiting for you. Okay, so I'm going to play Food Factory. It cost me 12, because it's a building. Um, you play building characters, gain one micro or remove two. Okay, so I can't do it this time. So I put a second one on it, and then my plant production goes down by one. That's bad. But my gold production goes up by four. That's good. So next turn, I'm gaining four extra money. And that's the point.
She wants to, Kathy, wasn't it? I don't know if you saw her, Kathy. She did some streaming of Roblox after. She's in her element. And I think it's as a parent, having seen her like that after being, struggling with everything. It's amazing to see.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, she was brilliant. I should have paid with this. Saved me two. I'm going to do that. Take two backsies. And then 24. Do I do that?
Come on.
Yeah.
I've got all day. Oh, I like the sound of that. You infect the world instead of saving it, babes. Plague incorporated.
Oh, that's quite cool.
Have you had your go yet? Come on.
No, I quite like that. No, I've done one of my actions. I'm going to take another one right now. 23. I'm smashing an asteroid into the planet. I'm all about that, apparently. Yeah. So 23. It's another event. So it's a red card. Wherever we are now. So I get two water tiles. So this is cool though. So this is another one of the parameters that end. Where are we? That end the game. Now I can place these on any of the blue, sort of slightly tinged blue tiles on the board. They're the ocean spaces. And when I place this down, whatever I cover up, I get. So I could go here, and get some plants, which isn't horrific for me right now, actually. But I think
I don't know why I'm yawning. You're so I feel quite bad.
tricky actually.
That's even more impressive for us how poorly she is at the moment. She's
Yes.
still not right at all, is she?
No.
Getting better, hopefully. But what's Roblox? Know me. Ask Florence next time you're at Kids Group.
Yeah.
She will.
She.
If she had the chance to talk to you about Roblox for about 2 hours, she'd be in her element. So just ask her. She'll show you.
Yeah. She certainly will. No, do you know what? I'm going to go up here. So I'm going to cover up a card. So that draws me a card. And then I'm going to place another one right next to it. I can place it anywhere, but I'm going to go right next to it. So that increases my still. No, just get you a still. Actually, it just gets you a still, right? It doesn't increase your production, does it?
No, just get you still.
Oh, so bad. No, it takes you back to I'm getting plants then.
Well, put your card back then.
Yeah,
Cheap,
I'll
cheap.
shove it back in. I've really looked at it. All right, and because I placed an ocean tile next to an ocean tile, I also get 2 money. So 4 plants, 2 money. That was a bit of a big takesy backsy, but
That was a big
I've,
takesy back.
I've been up a while, so I should be on 6. So I'm going to do this.
Just
Okay.
over 20 minutes and you have done your game marathon. Just an FYI.
Where's that card been?
Right, can you finish now so I can
Yeah,
have
I'm
my
just
go?
looking at all the charts.
Jeez. Right, yeah, you do that.
That's right in there somewhere.
Right, I'm going to play for 1 because I've got 1.
Oh, 2 points for putting water down.
I'm going to play this. I'm going to increase my heat production by 1 step. Heat is really important because it raises temperature. And what happens when you raise temperature? You get to put a plant down.
No, you get a point. Early game heat's really good. You can cash in 8 heat to raise it 1 step.
Yes.
And every step you raise it gets you a point, and of course that means more money. So early game heat's really good. Some people think I'm welcome, but I just think I'm free.
I'm going to play this one. So this is where my adaptive technology, I can change these to suit what I need. So if my card says you cannot play this unless the temperature is 20 degrees to -20, I can just say, well, it's -20 from my go, which is pretty cool. So that costs me 10 as well, so I can take 2 off. So living the dream.
Do you want me to whiz through these quickly?
Yeah.
Generous is that you've increased production in everything by at least 1.
So it's one of your actions. So as an action, you can pay to put your name into one of those.
Yeah. So this one is that you've increased your production in everything by at least 1. This one is that you have at least 10 production in a single resource. This one is that you have 4 biotags, so plant, microbes, or animals. This one is that you have 15 project cards in play. I mean, you're already pretty close to that. And this one is legend. I just automatically win that. You can't do that. So unlucky. I'll put one of my little cubes on that right now. There we go. Winning.
You just had another donation and you are at 216% of your target.
That's awesome. That's been amazing, like how generous everyone's been. Like even before we started, it was incredible, and I was going to do it regardless. But it's been amazing.
The support's been great.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. Thank you to all you guys for being here.
I think you've helped
in the middle of the night. Oh, 100%. Yeah, middle of the night, first thing this morning, throughout today, just sort of jumping in and disappearing off again and jumping in. It's been fantastic. It's really made it. And then, of course, on top of that, then we've got the donations as well. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I've just put myself in as legend because clearly you can't win that, so don't even worry about that one.
Is that because you're a legend, though?
Exactly. So don't worry about that one.
Did you pay? No. Did you pay 8?
No, I just get it because I'm a legend and you're not. That's how that one works. It says it in the rules.
Trying to be doing banter?
I'm done. I'm passing. No, I'm being deadly serious. I'll just leave my cube there. I'm done.
Okay.
You take as many actions as you want.
I'm done.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So end of round, we do our production. So any energy becomes heat that just slides across, and then we go across our boards, taking resources and obviously mostly money at this point, so we can start to do a bit more stuff and things. Tori becomes first player, but what we tend to do is she takes the resources
So I can't do that.
and I deal the cards. Well, because otherwise, what happens is you end up doing this. You can't quite see it, but our hands get in each other's way. It's really annoying. Um, so yeah, so I tend to do cards while she's doing her resources, and then we can swap over.
Slightly like a bit of routine.
Yeah. All right. So what have we got here? 4 here, plus 25 there. That's 30 by 29. I'll put one back.
She should give these cards.
Yeah, I will shuffle them at the end of the game, so I don't need to do it on the next one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you always say that. I get 1 here, and I get 3 there. Right. So look.
Oh. Have you taken the Venus ones out of there?
Yeah, I should have done. I think there's like 1 in there maybe, but no. Yeah, I've kept them separate. Yeah, we haven't done Venus expansion yet.
Duplicate.
Is it good? It's probably okay.
Nah, I'm only going to buy one. It's a bad round. Bad round of cards.
Oh, that's good.
This is ridiculous. You're supposed to finish at 9 and you're going to carry on playing.
Yeah, we are.
Come on, chop chop.
Yeah.
I'm working out my. That's what George says all the time now. Chop chop.
Like cards, but they're quite good cards. But so I'm keeping this. Don't know why I put that over there. That's the one I'm keeping. These are going. Do I want this? Do I want this card, Naomi? That's the question. Yeah, I feel like it's fine. Sure, I'll take these 2. Cost me 6. This is a problem. I'm spending too much money. Okay, cost me 6. Why am I taking this 5? Okay, and you go first. These 2 have gone. Cool.
Right. So I am going to play an asteroid.
Oof.
And I'm going to pay 12 for it
Oh, that's
because.
so bad for me.
Yeah. I'm going to raise the temperature by 2.
Wow.
1. No, it's 1. No, it's 1.
Okay. I'll do the
I'm
point for you.
going to gain 2 titanium. We often just sing titanium when we're playing this game. That's right. And
That's so
then
cheap
remove
as well.
up to 3 plants from any
Yeah,
player.
that hurts. That actually matters. Okay. That's why I nearly didn't bother going on there, in case you had a means of getting rid of them. So that's about as nasty as this game gets, though, really. Tori's just crushed an asteroid into the planet, which, as part of the process of that, she can discard plants, which obviously she's going to choose to take those from me. And it sets me back a bit. It does make a difference for what I would have done this turn, but it's not like game ending. It's not like, oh, well, I can't play the game now.
Can I have my next go, please?
Yeah, you just carry on. Yeah.
Okay.
So you've only done one thing, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah. So yeah, it's not game ending. It just kind of sets me back a bit, really. But again, that's what I like about it. It's nothing too nasty. There are a few cards that impact on you, but it's nothing too nasty, really.
Is that each go, or that just comes back?
No, that's whenever.
So I
have a little red
it
arrow
needs to
on
be
it.
20 degrees for me to play this, but I'm going to use that
Yeah,
to up it.
card's so good.
And then I increase my money production by 1 step, so I'm finally back on the same one.
Yeah.
And I'm going to gain 2 plants. Cool. Good job.
Sure. Feel like I'm in a little bit of trouble. All right, I'm gonna play. I'll play that. Yeah.
I think that is the thing about this game, is setting up the blue cards to start.
Yeah, I certainly feel like you're off to a fairly
This
decent
happens
start
all
here,
the
but
time.
we'll see.
Say
It's
you're
your
off to a good start.
So I'm going to spend 11. Oh, and draw 2 cards. I don't even know that this card's good actually. Now I'm playing it. It has got 2 science tags. That's maybe not relevant. Okay. Sure. That's probably okay. And then I'm going to play house printing. So it's a building tag, which that is good for me because that triggers my ability. So I'm going to spend these 2 microbes to increase my plant production by 1 because of this. And then I increase my steel production by 1 because of this. And I really should have paid for that with this, so I'm going to do that now. This will bring the cost down by 2. Okay, over to you. That's my 2 actions for now.
Okay, I'm going to bring this one in.
What's in box going to
He
be not
looks
one
like
of the
fun.
cubes into another.
And here's another one that's always
Another
I
thing.
always
So
use.
nice.
So I used 5, but because I got these, that's an interesting one. So this, I don't, yeah, so 5, but I've got 6 there.
Yeah, and you don't get the change, so you didn't even think about
It's
that.
like parking in Test Valley, isn't it?
Yeah,
Test Valley
yeah, you don't.
car parks, you don't get your change. That sucks. Anyway, so I've got this. This is really good. So when I play a space event, so with this a space event, yeah, I get 3 money and 3 heat. So I mean that's quite nice.
What's going on? What is going on? Right,
I'm
stream's
back
ending in 12 minutes. We're
But it's
calling
great
it at 12 minutes, and I'm winning. So, yeah.
Oh, Day of the Triffids, Naomi, Day of the Triffids. Oh my goodness, I remember watching that when I was far too young, and I had nightmares for months about that. You've just like triggered my trauma. No, it did. It really scared me. But yeah, Triffids is no Triffids. But the good thing about these cards are brilliant, but it's remembering to trigger them.
Yeah, it's doing like the mental math on it. It's like these at the top of the box. I don't know how clear you can see it, but when we've got cubes in these, the cube in here is worth 2 money. The cube in here is worth 3 money, but only for these particular cards. So then you have to kind of do that money conversion. And none of it's crazy complicated, but when you're doing it several times in a turn, you kind of have to stay on top of it. But anyway, so yeah, just to be clear, stream ends in 11 minutes. The game will end in 11 minutes. So whoever is ahead on points will be declared today's victor. Currently, I'm ahead by 2 points. So I'm going to go and check on the kids. And I need to go and check on the dogs. I'm going to make a cup of tea. And then it'll probably be quite nice to have a little chat to stream, I think, for 5 minutes to say thank you for everyone before we.
Oh no, I'm only joking. You haven't really
before we wrap up at 9 o'clock.
Absolutely not wrapping up.
And that is another win in terraforming for me. So good game. Good game.
I think it depends on the vote. There's 6 people watching.
Let me take my time and decide what I'm going to do for the next 5 minutes.
It's 5 people watching, and if they all vote
Tricky.
for us to carry on playing, then you have to carry on.
Very tricky decisions I have here.
Come on, guys! I need to win one game, please.
I've got such a terrible hand. I can't do anything. I'm passing. Over to you. It's garbage.
It's to be you.
It really does.
Yeah,
all my plants there as well.
I'm just forking me. I'm done.
Oh, cool. Okay, right. So, production phase. This is the fun bit. So where we get all the stuff. So, I will do cards while Tori's doing that. Let's shift across those. I am first player. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. So you can see turns don't take long in the early game. I mean, it helps, obviously, we've played a little bit, but we haven't got any money to do much.
Well, I'm starting to get some
This is fine.
Here, if you can't stand the heat.
There's so many cards that trigger off decrease your energy, and I haven't had any energy increase whatsoever. It's so annoying.
Ooh.
Oh, this is good, Dave. I'll take this. That's garbage. 2 garbage, 2 good. So it cost me 6, which is most of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's take some monies. 25 plus that is 29.
Oh, Liz wants us to continue.
Oh, Liz, come on.
Oh, Naomi, he will come to the hub soon. I'm having to run most of the groups again at the moment. Well, not most of them, most of the. So it's a bit tricky because I can't bring him along. I need to bring him along to a group where I'm not at it for the whole session, so he can just come along for the last 5 minutes. But we'll get there.
I'll go to 6.
But he's doing very well. He's a very good boy.
That's handy. There you go there. That goes in there. Right, well, Liz has ruined all my fun then.
Ha!
Oh, this is actually so when you went downstairs to check on the kids, I had a conversation with Stream and said, what I do in this game always is I buy cards because I can't not buy them. I'm too tempted by them. I end up with a handful of cards that I now can't play because I never have any money. Exactly what's happened.
You got ADHD.
Very annoying.
Come on.
Okay, you done?
Alright.
Right, this is cooler. So I've got 8 heat. So I'm going to cash in my 8 heat to raise the temperature. So I raise this up 1, which gets me a point, winning. And then because I'm next to this little box on the board here, that also increases my energy production 1 as well. So that's nice. So we're going up to 4 on that. So that's good. So that was my first action. I managed to sneak in there before Tori got in there. And then what do I get for that? Can't need to really. Do I do that?
It's going to fall off and make everyone jump. Can you see that? Yeah, cool. So to read the chat, I can't read it over there, so I'm going to make room for my mammoth amount of cards that I'm going to.
Okay, I'm going to play Dust Sills, which only cost me 2, and then it's over to you. So,
Wow.
5 and 3 change.
What am I going to do?
Come off to it. Worryingly slow start. Okay. I need some energy.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, that's there. Before it feels bad.
Okay.
Probably worth it. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's
What
what
does
we
the
do.
down arrow mean? On the. Oh.
Oh, it's an event. I think.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not quite
No, you're
certain
right.
looking at the card, but it's usually an event, I think. So I find Wild Tour is just sort of taking a turn. A good way to organise your cards in this game, if you do end up playing it. I always stick cards that just can't play right now, either because they're too expensive or usually because I don't meet the sort of prerequisite for them. So it might be that it needs 12% oxygen, for example, to play it. I can't play that for ages. It's going to be ages before that's round there. So I tend to just stick those cards right at the back of my hand. So I'm not having to flick through and figure out every card each turn. So I find that really helps. So the cards at the front of my hands are the ones that I'm going to try and play in the next action or certainly the next turn or two. Anything at the back is a good card, but I can't play it right now.
Don't do what I
So I
do
find that
and put
helps.
the cards that you can't play right away, like underneath where you're sitting, and then completely forget about
Yeah,
them.
that's less good for sure. That is certainly less good. I'm gonna put my water speaking on as well. There we go. Is it me?
I think I'm going to pass.
Or have you taken the action?
Mhm.
Right, slightly annoying now. I've got to do this really inefficiently, but I think it's probably worth it. So over on the board over here.
Kathy, don't let. Sorry, I got to say, don't let him make you feel bad. He's doing it because he wants to win again. That's the only reason he wants. He wants to.
Yeah, no, I do appreciate what you're saying there, Kathy. I think we'll give it 4 minutes. We'll do a quick check-in of the scores, and then I think we'll make final decision. I think it's the best thing to do. I agree.
I'm sure
It's
people
sensible
get your
advice.
dry sense of humour.
Kathy was she was there for us during Harry Potter earlier. Kathy that kind of motivated us to get back in the game because at one point I was slouched down the chair because I thought it was doomed. Florence then picked up on that, was also thought it was doomed, and Kathy came in with full hope and inspiration, and we turned it around. It was brilliant. So down here on the board, you can just do these things for cost, basically for money. So you can discard cards to gain 1 for each. You can pay 11 to raise your energy. You can pay 14 to raise heat. 18 to put a water tile on, 23 to put a plant on, and 25 to build a city onto the board. So it kind of gives you options. But I'm going to go for this option here. So I'm going to pay 11. They're down there, yeah. So I'm going to pay 11 to raise my energy 1. Now, I don't really want to do that. That's not efficient for me to do that. but I haven't got any cards in my hand that will let me do it any other way. And the reason I'm doing it is so I can play this card. And one of the prerequisites for this card on this side is that I have to decrease my energy 1. So if my energy is at 0, I can't do this. So I had to pay the 11 to increase it just to decrease it, which seems bad, but this card is good. So I think it's worth it. So I'm going to play this for get rid of those and 20. Then I get 3 plants.
I just realised I went on red cards and then I put it back in.
Which you have. I get to play a city. So this is going to be our first city on Mars, and I'll decide where I want to put that in a minute. And then my energy production goes down 1. That's bad, especially as I just paid 11 for it. But my gold goes up 3. 1, 2, 3. That's good. So that'll pay itself off really quick. And then I'm going to put my city
A shocker, yeah.
right up here. So I cover this. So I draw 3 cards.
Oh, a shocker.
What have you done?
As your first action, place a green image.
Oh yeah. All right, do it now. Yeah, we completely forgot about that. Just do it now. Don't worry about the action. Okay, that was a good turn. We figured it out.
I'm going to do it
And
there
mapped it
because
out.
I get 3 trees.
Yeah, nice. Okay, and put one of your cubes on it. That is yours. So we're slowly now starting to be able to do a little bit more actually on Mars rather than
And
kind of
raise
more on
oxygen
our
one step.
corporations. Oh yes, that actually matters.
Can I hear Bruno crying downstairs? He's like,
Uh,
please stop.
oh, and that was a building card. So that puts one on there as well. Over to you.
Why have I just given myself 3 trees? Oh, because I've got
Yeah, you
three.
did. You covered it. Yeah.
And what do you get for placing a tree? Nothing. You raise your
Oh,
oxygen.
I raised your option,
No,
so you
but
get a point.
I was on raise option. Okay, so that's just telling you.
Yeah, so actually, just take as well. Like you should have like an extra 3 gold. So just take 3 gold. Yeah, because you would have had an extra point all the way through this.
That's very kind.
Just take like I don't know how many turns it was. 3, maybe 4. Just take 4. It's fine. The game's ending in 30 seconds anyway, so don't worry about it. You did close the gap a little bit though. Well done, you.
Is it, babes? Is it? Right, okay. My go?
Yes.
Good job. Right, I'm just going to play this little monkey and I get paid for 2 less, so my brain, which is 16. Oh, what's mine for?
It gets really confusing when you start adding all these bits in as well, and it's like, and then you get the discount for that.
I was just staring at them.
Discounting those. Gets a bit crazy at that point.
And then increase your energy production 1 step for every energy label you have.
That's what I needed. Didn't draw that though, could I? I pay 11 for mine.
Go on then, off you go.
Oh, you don't. Cool, right. I'm going to put down a greenery tile.
9 o'clock.
Yay! We made it.
You've
Feel
done
alright,
so.
Feel alright. Thank you, Stream, for seeing me through it.
Done so well.
Yeah, no, it's been cool. I've really enjoyed it actually. I've genuinely
I think it was about midday. I looked at you and you looked really, really poorly and tired, and now you seem to have a second wind. I bet you can't sleep tonight. Thanks, Grace. He's done really well, hasn't he? Well, to be fair, good old hyperfocus has served you well, I think. 24 hours, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, I've really enjoyed it. It's been great, like having people, as I say, like duck in and out. It's been awesome. Why can't I figure this out? I'm just gonna go.
Why are you putting it over by your city?
No, it doesn't have to for cities. It's green news.
Why would you put a what?
Oh, I do need to put a what's it on it though. So I get 4 money and 2 plants for going there. This is mine. So 2 plants, 4 money. So I'll just put that back. Got that. I need to put 1 on there, and then I raise oxygen 1, which gets me a point. Over to you.
Right, I'm gonna place a tree.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I'd say I've thoroughly enjoyed it, to be fair. But that's my 24-hour time done.
Do I get one for placing next to a? Is it money I get?
No, you have to go adjacent now because you had greenery down. It's only cities that you don't have to go next to. Yeah, we did it. Yeah, but you can't go there. You have to go adjacent to one of your own. I didn't have to because it was a city. No, cities can go anywhere on the board except for next to oceans. Greeneries have to go adjacent. You definitely haven't played it. You definitely haven't. There's no way I would let you play it like that.
Such a cheat.
Sure.
Yeah, Gary's been amazing, hasn't he? Very clever. Done so well.
But yeah, but it's been awesome. I mean, I love doing all this stuff, but it's just been nice having like people just chip in at different times. I mean, Lisa was there with me about 4 o'clock this morning. I thought I was on my own, and then she just came back into chat and said hello for a bit, and then disappeared off again. So
It's helped you, hasn't
yeah,
it?
it's been awesome. Like yeah, Kathy today with Floss and I has been great. Liz's idea. I mean, just loads. David's been
There's quite
in
a
and
few
out
people
as
come on
well,
now.
and
I think a few people come on
yeah,
now.
that's been awesome. Really cool.
Check
Thank you for being
check
here. Thanks, yeah. Thanks for just, yeah, being here, donating, and all of that stuff. And I know there's a lot of people who've donated who wouldn't necessarily come into the stream either. So thank you to all those people. It's been fantastic. Really, really cool.
I mean, the money is going to make. I think we're now on. Wow. Okay, we're on £12,811. What a difference this is going to make to our community. And when we first, I've got to say, massive thanks to Chloe, who has basically run this crowdfunder. I think it was about 4 months ago. I said to her, Chloe, I don't know how to do this. It makes me sad. Can you just do it, please? And she's kind of run with it. Becky P has been great, getting loads of prizes and stuff like that. And Stevie as well. Becky's sister-in-law's been helping with prizes. I don't want to forget anyone actually, but
No, that's the difficulty, isn't it?
it
Because
turns
when you're
into an
trying to
Oscar
thank
speech.
everyone,
You
like,
know,
yeah,
Julie, everyone who's been fundraising separately has been amazing. Everyone who's donated, everyone who's
yeah.
even just sharing a page. Like it's tricky times. Like we're all financially, it's really hard for everyone, and actually, people are still donating and still like even just sharing the pages, and it does mean a lot. And this is it's everyone's community, and it's lovely the fact that everyone's getting involved and trying to keep it.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So
Yes, awesome. Really awesome.
anyway,
It's
for
been
the
an
Oscar speech.
awesome 24 hours.
Right, I'm done.
So I, winner. Good game. 27 plays 24.
Absolute.
And that's terraforming Mars. That's good, actually. I take it back. You
Get
said
on with
we'd never
it.
get it done in time. Easy, got it done.
Get on with it.
Right. Yeah, I think I've done as well, actually. I don't think I've got anything else I can do. I've got a good set of cards now, though. All right, we good?
We
Let's
will, Liz. We'll keep
let's
going.
let's ready everything. All right. So production. I'll do cards. You're first player, I believe.
I need to get my money production. That's annoying.
So you're first player, so I get the first card. So
Oh,
just four. Or it's silly. Okay. Where's my hand? Card's so good, but just not right now. Oh man. Maybe I keep them for the end.
ooh.
I think I do. I'm keeping too many cards. Oh, sorry, you were there. I think. I'm keeping too many cards. I'll keep these two. Showing those two are really good, but six, but I need some money first. So were you 24 or 25, do you know? You were
Oh,
25,
35, definitely.
I think.
No, I wasn't. I was 24.
Oh, okay, cool. So 27 plus 7 is 34, minus 6 is 28. So I'm gonna put 2 back. Relax, that's much easier. And then we get 2 of these, none of those. We get 2 of these, and we get 3 of those. Okay. It's over to you, I believe.
Okay. Uh, I'm going to play this one. And I'll play it for 16. And what this does, I have to decrease my energy by 2, but I increase my steel production by 2. Good job. Oh, and I get to place a city tile. Why did I forget that? Well, I'll tell you where I'm going.
Yeah, that's a really good spot.
Yeah, it is.
That's the problem. Oh, biscuits.
Biscuits.
That's probably the best space on the board, and well, it definitely is at the moment. But I'd probably say full stop. Bonkers good.
And then I'm gonna dog's whining. Whine. And then I'm going to, for 9, I'm going to play this one. This one I need to be 16 degrees or more, but because I've got this card, I can change the global requirement. So it's at 20, but I can make it 16 because that's just how I roll. I'm giving this one, and this gives me increase your plant production 1 step and gain 3 plants. Very cool.
Oof.
Oh. Oh, Bruno's crying.
All right. Let's start with this.
Thanks, Kathy.
It cost me 2.
See you tomorrow.
See you, Kathy. Thanks for being here. Thanks for getting us through Harry Potter earlier. Oh, sure, just do that and then I'll play it for free. And then I get one on here. This is what I'm trying to think about. Okay, so we'll plonk that on there, and then I get the little mining tile thing. There it is. That's handy from right on top. And I can put this on any steel or titanium space, and it increases my production for nitrogens. Oh, I could put it there and block your city. It's 1 less for me, but that's kind of messes you up a bit with your greenery going around the outside of that city. So sure, we'll do that. Yeah, it can go on anyone.
No, is that a card that's been placed between 2 of mine? No, it's not. Is it?
Oh, is it between them? Or is
Adjacent.
it just adjacent? It is adjacent to it, I forgot about that.
Each new adjacency between your tile and an opponent's tile
Oh no, yeah, it is, alright.
gives you a standard resource of your choice.
Oh, so annoying. Sure. I don't even know what's better. I'll just go down there, it's fine. So I get 2 for that. And my production goes up 1. And then yeah, I'm gonna play this. It cost me 6. Sure, we're there now. So I'll play both of these. That's 4, so it cost me 2 more. That's annoying. Right, 8 change. 1, 2, 3, and 5. It's a building, so I'm gonna take those 2 off and increase my plant production 1. And I get 1 plant for every city on the board. So that is a whopping 2 plants. Over to you.
No.
Heat.
Yeah.
Yep. So move that to 1, gets your points. Any other actions? Okay.
That's pretty posty done, actually.
I'm going to play medical labs. So it costs me 13. And I get my ability, so I get 1 on here. And I increase my gold production for every 2 building tiles that I have. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's sad. I was 1 short. So my gold goes up by 3. So 1, 2, 3.
Just posting that done.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, 1 short there. Sad. Anyway, it's a nice bit of gold. And I think I only did 1 thing there actually, didn't I? So I've still got an action I can take. Oh, this literally just works. Okay, so I'm gonna play this for 6. And then it's back to you. Oh, I feel like I'm getting back into this now.
You've done so well. It's crazy. Right, I am done.
Okay, awesome. That's good for me.
No.
That's good for me. Yeah, I can play that. Sorry. So I'm going to play this now for 10. And that increases my gold production for every one of these that I have. So it's 1, 2, 3. So that goes up another 3. And then I'm going to trigger this to put a second microbe onto this card, because I can do that once per turn. Then I think I'm done, but that was a good turn for my gold production. Can I do anything else? No,
I'm done.
I think I'm done.
Done.
Who better doing that? Who knows? Okay, done.
That's
So
good.
I've gone first player. I'll deal with some cards, and you do
My
other
money
things.
production is not going up.
No, mine's. I had a big turn there for money. I didn't do anything else, but my money was really good. I'm hoping that might help me get a bit of a lead, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm feeling better about it now. I was feeling quite bad about it a few times ago, but I'm feeling better
It's
now.
not the attitude, is it?
No,
Mhm.
that's pretty good. Oh, it's so annoying. How am I not getting any of these? Oh, okay. Oh, until yeah. Okay. This ability here is so strong. Like I've had 2 or 3 cards. If I had that, I would have been able to play them. But as it happens, they just sat in my hand, not doing much.
I'm going to go for 2. 1, sorry. It's a crazy game.
I think I'm going to go for 3.
So I just keep saying
Yeah, no, we'll do a quick pause in a second. We need to.
They're at the shop.
That's slightly sad. Okay, so I'm going to take 3 from that, and then I need to take 4 from that, and that's my cards paid for, and then 27 there. We'll put 3 back and take 30 because that's much easier.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Naomi. Thanks, Lisa. I haven't done much, to be honest. But...
It's 3 here, so put back, take 5. And do 4 there, so put 1 back, take 5. Okay, is it me? Alrighty. Again, I'm just buying cards I can't do anything with. Alright. What are those things? Let me remind. Oh. Okay.
What are you doing?
I'll just have a look.
Well, look, see?
Well, look, see, just trying to figure a few things out. Right, so we can't play that yet. Let's get rid of that. No, I don't think I'll play that this turn, but I think we'll do these things first. Okay, so I'm going to spend 8 plants before you smash a meteorite into them and kill them all.
I would not do that.
No, indeed. To place a greenery tile, so it does now need to go adjacent to 1 tile already have on the board. So I think I'm going to go. Let's just go up here. So I get 2 still. Seems okay at the moment. That's what we're trying to do. And that raises oxygen 1 level. Oxygen, zinc, and a point. And then I'm going to do heat. So spend 8, raise heat 1, and get a point. Back to you.
Second.
Yeah, I'll figure out how I'm going to try and deal with this while you're doing that. Okay, so definitely want to play this turn.
Right, okie dokies.
What was that one?
Right, I'm going to play me rad suits. There's 2 cities I've got to be in play.
Okay.
and it only cost me 4. Increase my money production by 2. Hooray!
Oh, you finally got a bit of money production.
Interesting. I'm going to place a dojet. Oh my goodness. This really stresses Mark out when my dyspraxic hands.
I hate it, yeah.
When my dyspraxic hands just chuck all the.
Yeah. It's really hard not to do it. Like I do it all the time, but then you have to fish around and try and get more back. It's really annoying.
Right,
And you get an extra 2 money for being next to an ocean, yeah. That's the easy problem. And what have you covered up, obviously?
Yeah, done that. Right, I've done that.
Okay, done?
Mm-hmm.
I'll do some maths.
Should we end the stream when people have gone? I think people are staying. I know people are staying, aren't they?
Yeah, no, there's no panic. Playing, so feel free to stay. Like we're not going anywhere, so no, absolutely.
Not potentially win. No.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
The dog's down there. I can hear him bashing around, very cross. We've got the same amount of project cards, haven't we?
Oh, have we now? I only counted mine. I'm gonna do this, I think. I haven't done anything yet, have I? So, okay, so I'm gonna play this. Let's get my little blue engine going. So it costs me 12. I need to have a greenery tile in play, but I have. I get 8 back. 5. 8. And when you play an animal or plant tag, including these two, add an animal to this card.
Oh, that's a bit annoying, isn't it?
And then for my second action, I'm just gonna. No, I'm not. I'm gonna spend 8 and genuinely claim the first one of these.
Oh,
Here.
annoying toad.
That's gone. Probably got enough cubes. Okay, over to you. You're done. Oh wow. Okay, cool. In that case, I get to do as many things as I like. So I'm going to do this to raise heat 1 and get a point. And
Oh, I just blatantly yawned, really. Really. I can't yawn when I've not been up as long as you. The dog's throwing his hoof around downstairs.
yeah, he loves that thing. So anyway, I can afford it. I really want to do that.
Shit, I have only had 4 hours sleep.
Yeah, I mean, because you were watching the stream till about 2, weren't you? To be fair,
Yeah, so I was watching Becky was flicking between the two of you, and then I was just like, I think I need to go to sleep because I was like, you're going to shout at me for being 6 o'clock. George's like, new tube, milk, mummy.
Alright, I'm going to play this for 10, so I'm going to pay for it all with these, so it doesn't cost me anything. When I ever play a science tag, including this one, I add a resource to this card, and then I can, or I remove a resource to draw a card. So it's just a bit of card draw there, but it triggers my ability to a building tag. On 11. Yeah, I can do it. That's fine. So I'm going to spend 8.
No, 13.
And I'm claiming the
No,
second
you've got 13.
one.
You haven't got 14.
What?
Count your cards again. Count
No, I'm
your
not
cards
claiming that one. I'm claiming this one. Specialist.
again.
So these are points at the end of the game. Only 3 of the 5 can be claimed, and they're worth 5 points. In a 2-player game, actually, these are only ever worth 5. So currently, in effect, I've got 10 points there. So if I could get all 3 of these, that's really significant. I know you've already passed, you little cheeky monkey. These ones over here, there's slightly different conditions to get them, but the later you commit to them, the more they cost you. So again, it's just another little interesting thing to work out at the end. But I think that is also now me done. I think I'm okay with that. I did have to sacrifice a bit to do that, but I think I'm okay with that. Okay, so you're first player, I think. I'll do cards, you do resources. Did you want to do a quick drinks break?
2.5 hours sleep now. Oh, bless you. I want fruit guns, but I haven't got any. So
Well, there's M&Ms. I might go and get. Maybe
they're a bit crunchy, though, aren't they?
I might do a. Yeah, actually, do I want to go trip for bed? I don't know. Maybe.
You're not going to sleep, are you?
No, I quite want to catch up on the
Sleep?
Celebrity Jungle as well.
Are you joking? You need to go to sleep.
Right, definitely want this. Is that actually good? Needed that. What do I need that for?
Oh, that's insane. Fair is who for?
Right, I definitely want this one.
Oh, we're supposed to be doing my thingies, aren't
Yeah, you're doing your thingies. That's right.
we?
No, I might regret that, but I think we do.
Oh, put the card.
So I think I'll probably take that one. What are we doing with that? We're doing that with it.
Sorry. Oh, I'll decide which one to buy it.
I feel like I go for those two. I think that's. Yeah, I feel like that's good. So just 2 this turn for me. So I'll put those on there. So that costs me 6. So I need to take 6 off my total. So I'm on 30 there. 40, 43. So that's 37. I'll take 40 and get one of these 3. That's what I take. Well,
2.
and 3 here. That's 3 there. That gives me 5. And 4 at the end there. Okay, and it's you to go first. This is ready. Yeah.
I used to be a night owl, Naomi, till I had children, to be fair. But, okay. What?
I was supposed to put that little greenery tile next to the greenery tile that I own. Sorry, 2 secs. It wouldn't have made any difference to what I did last time, but I will do it now. A little ecological zone that I'm building because I'm all about the recycling and stuff. It does have to go next to one I already own. So I'm gonna collect here and draw a card.
Anything. Right. Now play this one. Place a city tile on the reserved area. On the reserved area for Ganymede Colony. Much stuff. And then what happens?
Oh, you get 1 at the end of the game. 1 point for every Jupiter tag.
Right, and then
which is crazy because if you get a load of Jupiter cards.
There is an event which I'm. So that is all good.
Yeah, that can be mega points at the end of the game. Some people think I'm bonkers, but
You're bonkers.
let me work out the order of my cards while you're doing stuff and things. What money is
I'm gonna raise that temperature.
Yeah, by 1.
Yeah.
Gets a point. Or by 2 actually, because I'm 2s. Strictly. Okay, Dania. I don't know. Right, I'm gonna play. Oh, chill. Chill when it's done. 13, 14. Yeah, we've got it. It's 100% win. I've just taken 15 points off you. Sorry, Stream. Tori's not winning this one. Okay, so lots happens here. So I pay 16. That's the first thing that happens.
This is annoying. I'm not sure I could get back from that if you're going to do what I think you're going to do.
Oh, I'm doing it, babes. You had a chance. You went first this turn and you fell asleep at the wheel, so to speak. And I'm coming in there. So I get 2 for this. My plant goes up by 2. I get 2 plants. It's all going on now. And then because I played a plant thing, I get 1 on here. I think. And then for my second action, I'm going to spend 8.
I'm sad.
Well, it does set me back a bit, but I mean, it's crazy. I thought looking at these. And I'm going to claim the tycoon.
So that's 15 points. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that.
that's
Not
big.
sure I can come back from this.
That is big.
So
Let me
I
just
may
get 1, 2,
concede.
3, 4,
I'll see
5,
how I
6,
get on,
7,
but I
8,
might
9,
concede.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, that is big.
Yeah, I may concede. Well, I'll play another couple of turns, but
Did you have the window to get in there? I think you did, right? If you went first.
cards are worth. They've got too many things on that. Oh no!
Oh, biscuits.
I've got some big cards in my hand. I can't play them because there's other things attached to them. I would have put one down.
That's just unfortunate then, to be fair. But I mean, it's not game ending, but 15 points is a lot. It's a lot of points. That's a lot of points. I mean, this is relevant. If you can get a load of those, because they trigger off each other as well. So if you get more of the 1 per things, well, it doesn't matter though. It's 1 point per each one of those. If you get more of those, like, I mean, you only need like 3, and then that's the 15 points. But 15 points is a lot in this game. Yeah, this is big. Are you passing?
Yeah, something I can do.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he's still on it. It's hyper focus, Liz. It's a special interest. He's doing a special interest. What? Bruno's not
I'll
having.
play this
You can
at
hear
10.
me up here talking. He's like, stand down here.
Dink. And then my gold production goes up 3. Dink.
Wow.
Yeah, we're getting set up now.
I might concede.
We are rolling now, Mr. Biscuits. So I'm going to pay 3 for this. Decrease your energy production 1 and increase mine 1. That is worth -1 point in the game, mind.
Rude.
It's not so good. Can I do anything else this turn? I think.
I thought about 11 or 12 this morning, Liz. Yeah, I thought he was done actually. He looked really tired and red eyed, and now he's woken up.
Yeah, second round. Yeah, that was the only one I had actually in the whole thing, but
still if you had too much.
no.
All right, Bruno.
I'll do this. Put microwave on this once per turn. Or did I play size cards? There's so much going on here. No, I didn't. We're okay on that.
Ooh.
I didn't play building card either, so I can't trigger that. Not bad this game. Okay, I'm done.
Me too.
Pass over. I'll do cards. You do other things. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. Yeah, that's probably quite significant, I think. You're just unlucky that you didn't draw anything you could actually play. That seems fun because now I get a useful card to help with that problem. I feel like these are all pretty bad. Yeah, this is good. That one's good. Okay. Nope. Nope.
Dog is in and out of
Six
the door.
turns. No. Just one.
Wow.
Yes. That's not ideal. Right. Okay. So 30, 48. 45. And 1, 2, 3. I get 3 on there. So 2 back and 6, 5. I get 5 on there, so put that back into 10. And I get 4 on there, so put 1 back, so 5. Oh, I get 1 on that now as well. Okay, and it's me, right? Oh no, see, I've just done it there. It's so annoying. Oh no, I'll take this one instead. Okay. Um, I'm going to start with this card. So it cost me 11, so I'll spend 5 of these for 10, and then 1 real one. And I can, once per turn, spend an energy to draw a card. So I'm going to do that right now. Over to you. Oh, sorry, and it was a science card, so I removed that off of there to draw another card.
Okay, people.
Oh, and it was a building tag, so I do this to increase my plant protection one. This deck's going nuts now. We're there. We've got it up and running.
Wow. Right, I'm going to play this one for 32. It's a big one.
That must be a big one, 32. Probably it doesn't
It's a
cost you
large
30, right? Oh, you don't
convoy.
think.
So, place an ocean tile. Yeah, I'm going to place an ocean tile.
Yes, indeed. So that can go on any of the blue spaces.
Give me some card draw. Don't be the auction that one.
No, you just get a point
Okay.
for placing ocean tile.
So I get a card. Cardarini. And then I draw 2 cards from this one.
Better.
Oh, now we're talking.
It's doing a bit.
Right, now we're talking. And then gain 5 plants.
Or
You'll have
4 animals.
But because I played a space event, I gain 3 money. And 3 heat.
Wow. What? That's kind of broken. Oh no, you've got 3 on there. I was going to say, what? That card's crazy.
One more go?
I think that's the only thing you did.
Yeah. For 9, I'm going to play this.
Oh, another ocean. Check you out.
So I'll get this game done.
I'm with you at the point. Yeah, that's definitely true, Liz. Like, yeah, I was sort of struggling earlier, particularly when Floss was streaming. I was just sat behind her, but I was sort of struggling then. But you do just sort of wake up again. Like I feel absolutely fine now. Like I could play through to the early hours, but we'll finish this, and then I want to catch up on Celebrity Jungle as well. So I'll probably just chill out and watch that for a bit. I think. I am gonna have to go and do a cup of tea stop in a second. We'll have to momentary pause in the game. I think.
Where does the capital tile go?
Oh, if it doesn't say a specific place, it can go anywhere. Because sometimes it gets covered up by another thing. So
I'm going to takesy backsy.
okay,
So,
are you done?
do I get things placing an ocean next to an ocean?
Yeah, you get 2 money. And what have you covered up?
Nothing.
Oh, nothing. Okay, sure. Oh, I see why you put them back. Okay, right. Is it me? Okay, so this feels but I feel like it's too an important space not to do it. So I'm going to pay 25 and build a city because I haven't got any cards that are doing it for me. I'm going to go right in here.
So you've gone between.
Nope.
Yes.
I'm adjacent to one of yours.
No. And one of yours. So
That's not how it works.
each new adjacency between your tile and an opponent's tile gives you a standard resource of your choice, regardless of who placed the tile. Thank you very much.
Oh, nice. Okay, one of those.
You see what he cheats?
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, you can win, isn't it? So I get 2 money for the ocean, and my gold production goes up 1 for building a city. That's bad, but I just wanted that little space, and then I'm gonna spend 8 greenery for you. Yeah, for you smash a meteorite into them, and I'm gonna go in here, which gets me 4 money, and just kind of covers my tile quite nicely there. So this is me. I think we get 4 money flowing in between the oceans. 1, 2, 3, and that's back to you now. 4.
Okay.
Oh, what did I just do? Greenery. Auction goes up, I get a point.
Right, I'm going to play this for 4. And I decrease my energy, that one, but I get titanium.
Titanium.
That doesn't even go out. Still, that's awful. I increase my money 1 step each. And then I'm going to play this one. And I'm going to. Oh, no. You goon. That's 5, isn't it? And then I'm going to play. Oh, so I'm taking one back to my storage. So I played 6.
Yeah, no, you're good. You just
And then I
do your thing.
increase my titanium another step. Okay. You'll go.
You do your thing. Right. Yeah, it must be right because my ability. I think it is. Okay, so I'm going to play a Great Dam, and I will reduce the cost by 2, so it costs me 10. It triggers my ability, so I'll put a microwave on this, and I increase my energy 2 steps, I think. And then I'm going to play this, which costs me 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it gets me a microwave on my ability, and I decrease my energy 2 steps, but I increase my plants 1, and I move myself on a point. Back to you.
Okay. So nexty. Right.
Got so many little tags that I need to look out for.
So how much is that going to cost me? 24. So I go, there's the 4. This is when it gets really painful. 18.
Yeah. Trying to do that whole math.
Exactly. Right. I just put that in place. So I decrease my thingy 2 steps, so I can't. But I get my money production goes at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, you can't play it. If you can't decrease your energy, you can't play it.
That's not true.
It 100% is. I even had this conversation earlier and said, I haven't been able to play this card for ages because I had to get my energy out. That's why I paid 11 to increase my energy. Yeah, yeah. If it's got a red border around it, you can take it off from me. But otherwise, you can't play it unless you can decrease the cost. It's not that, oh, I just don't have it. That's why earlier I had a whole conversation with Shuma. That's why I paid 11 to raise my energy. And the very next thing I did was play a card that instantly reduced it back down 1. But I said, oh, I haven't drawn any cards that raise my energy, so I've had to do it manually. Yeah. Take C back, C stream.
I don't even know what I've taken now. I don't know. I have no idea. So I take 24.
I love it. Streamers just having their own conversation now. I don't even think they're watching us anymore. They're just
Is that a
chatting.
Liz and no?
Yeah, they're just chatting away. They just don't even give a monkey's what's going on. I'm like, no, that's fair. All they've been doing is staring at me for 24 hours.
I'm getting very tired, I have to say. Right, 10. Hang at the bottom. Place a city tile in space. In space. I do think I'm going to concede soon. I'm very tired. And I'm not going to win this game.
No, it's starting to feel a bit rough for you now. Just because I'm ahead on gold production. I felt like early game I was definitely behind, but then I drew in some nice cards that got my gold production right up. Yeah, how many?
Just one.
Just one. Yeah, I got my gold production right up. But actually, I think the biggest thing is this. If these were fairly even, then I think the game's fairly even. But because there's 15 points there, I don't really know how you claw back 15 points. But I mean, that city's worth a lot, though, to be fair. But
How about that?
yeah, how many actions are you taking, though?
Can't production that one. Placing green around.
Yes, and that gets your point. Yeah, that's relevant. Is that up at 7 now? I had a card for that, I'm sure. Yeah, sure. We'll play this then. So I'll play this for 6. So that allows me to trigger my ability and raise plant production 1. I need to pay for it.
I'm really sad about that side.
I get 14. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. If you can't pay the negative, you don't get to see the positive on it. Otherwise, that'd be really good. Just go, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I just get the benefit. And I've done the building tag ability, and then I just increase this 1. Basically, is all that's doing. So it's not doing much, but it's okay. I'll trigger this to put 1 on here, and that's back to you.
Dog's eating something.
I think it's just it's bone.
But the house.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah, I'm feeling alright. I'm feeling alright.
Increase your plant production for each plant tag you have. Oh wow. 1.
2.
2.
That's another thing. 2's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? Anything else?
Who else? Who else is watching?
Okay, so I'm gonna play Lichen. 7. And that gets me 1 on there. Oh, I haven't done anything with that. And increases my plant production number 1. And then I'm gonna raise heat 1. Dink. Point. Dink. Back to you. Some people think I like it, but I just think I'm free.
You're literally going crazy. I'm really sad.
No one's even cheering you on in chat anymore.
They're just done, aren't they?
Well, I think yesterday when we were playing and you were losing, people were like, I believe in you, Tori. I think you can win. They know this is over. They know the hope and the
You
belief
are
is gone.
so
Look at your body language. You are done.
tired. I'm done.
Do you know, I'm not suggesting for this at all, but actually, do you know another really good thing about playing up here? Apart from the fact that I think it's more confident. The only sad thing is obviously we don't have the dogs with us, whereas when we play in the kitchen, dogs will lie with us, won't they? But it's really nice up here. Obviously, we can do the stream, which is great for Koala as well, which we can't do that in the kitchen. But as well, we could leave. I'm not saying we do this for this, but if we were mid-game, we can just leave a game set up here. Whereas obviously in the kitchen, we've got to pack
You
it
could have the
pack it
dog
all
up
away.
there. We just have to teach him to just settle in there.
Yeah, I don't know. Rosie would be fine. She'd just lie on the rug right by
Bruno's
you, but
pretty good. He'll have a
yeah,
little
it
sniff
might
around.
be.
He's pretty good.
But I think we play up here from now on because it means we can stream a bit more as well. and we just can't do that in the
I
kitchen.
think we just let Bruno come up there.
Maybe.
Nice to do with the cats.
I mean, if you were up here, you'd probably be all right because you just get them settled. But anyway, but it also means if we do end up sort of partway through a game we can't quite finish, we can just leave it set up.
So we could carry on this game. It'd probably take another half an hour, 3/4 of an hour.
Yeah, somewhere that's
But
a pretty accurate
I'm
judgment.
absolutely not going to get anywhere, and I think you probably need to stop because you're literally in that point now where you're just going to keep going. You're so tired.
Oh, I would definitely do another 3/4 an hour, but I do understand because this. So I've basically got because I've got all three of these down there. That's I don't think we've ever had that before. Usually someone's got two and the other person's got one. So then it's only a 5 points difference. So it's not too bad. Like 5 points is a couple of green cards. It's not much. And Tori's got some really good cards that trigger off these sort of Jupiter planet tags. But 15 points is a lot. I mean, most of her green cards here probably total to about 15 points. So then I've kind of got my green points on top of that. So yeah, I mean, I totally understand if you want to if you do want to draw a line under it.
Dawnbreakers tomorrow. So I think it might be time to finish. I think you might have to decompress so you can actually sleep tonight.
Yeah, I think I'm going to grab a cup of tea and watch last night's Jungle or whichever Jungle I missed. I think it's last night. Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't go to bed now. You're conceding, yeah? Yeah, of course. I think with that 15, is it worth? Should we just total scores without the 15, just real quickly? Though, just be interested to see. So just do it on whatever you've got in front of you. So just count out your blues and your greens. So basically, at the end of the game, this is the first time we've ever sort of conceded, and I think it's partly because of the circumstances. But what you do at the end of the game is you take your total points here, you work these things out, but we're just going to ignore this for a second because that's kind of swung the game quite a lot. And then you count up points for your cities and points for your greenery tiles. So Tory will be ahead on the board, I think, and then your points for your cards here. So there's quite a few points that come into the game right at the end, which is cool. So it doesn't just mean whoever's ahead on the board when you start the points definitely wins because all these other points kind of come into it, which is cool. It makes the scoring interesting.
So I don't get to play that one. 12, so it's 12. 12 on here.
Okay. I realised you Oh, do you not? Okay. So it's what, 13? And then this is worth 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So, and then you're 30 there, so 51. They're only worth with them with greener around them. They give you points on the card, is how they get around that. So I think you're roughly 51. And I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What did we say for you? 51.
Yeah, here we go.
7, 8, -1, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Didn't have many points down there actually. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's worth 2 points. So 20. That's not worth points. 21. 54. So ignoring this, there was 3 points in it, which is like one card.
But add that on.
Oh yeah. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like this is kind of what cost you the game was just for me to have the opportunity to get in and get all three of those. But I think without that, it's like 3 points in it. It's nothing actually. It's actually really
Yeah,
close.
Liz, we probably won't bring this to board games. Not yet. Because it's quite, I say it's a really long game. This is one to do when we do if we have a gaming day for, raising money or whatever, or just a gaming day. So I think we'll take it in for that, wouldn't we? But
Yeah, it is one that I mean I'd be more than happy to show it to you and to teach it to you. And honestly, like I mean, I think I felt like this when I first played it. I'm sure you'd say the same. The first 2 or 3 turns, you're like, "What? What is going on?" But then really quickly, you're like, Oh, right.
But I think
It's
because of
always the same, and so really quickly you start to figure it
because
out.
Liz
But
has played loads of games like this, I think she'd pick it up.
yeah, no, absolutely. I'll be happy to teach you, but I do think
We haven't got enough time.
yeah, and it's almost one of those. I think you want to play it, and then you want to play it like when we played it. You played it the first time, you loved it, and then we played it again like 3 times that week. And I do think that's almost what you want to do with it because the first time you're kind of figuring it out, and then so the second time you play, you're like, oh no, I know what my strategy is and what I want to do now. So yeah, it is almost probably a better one to play in a day rather than an evening.
I do think it's a good idea now, though, for you to just chill and this. I know that I will get into bed and I'll fall asleep straight away. I know that would be the same for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. I'm going to grab a brew, I think, and just watch the TV. I'm going to shuffle all these cards and stuff tomorrow.
Well,
Trying
well
to help
done.
me with that.
Very proud
Yeah,
of
no,
you.
not at all. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Children have been brilliant, and
Yeah,
thank
they have
you just for
actually.
keeping Mark going. Really,
Yeah,
thank
no, I
you for
said that
everything.
earlier, didn't I? Like to you.
Next one. When's the next one then?
I don't know. We need a good cause for it, don't we? But on a serious note, I think we will try and start streaming once a week now in some capacity, and try and grow that bit of the hub a little bit, depending on obviously other things, unforeseeable
Well, we know
circumstances.
we
But
can bring in some more people into the community really through board games. And I'm hoping to speak to the Geek Emporium as well and see if we because they do a lot of magic there. It'd be good to have a chat with them and just see if there's things we can do together.
yeah, I mean, I think the thing for me is, and this is the reason why I've enjoyed it. This is the sort of thing I'd be doing anyway, or we'd be doing anyway. It's just that we're filming it, but now we've got all the streaming software set up, and that touchwood seems to be running smoothly. There's no reason why, if you and I just sat playing some Radlands or something for an evening, not to just pop it onto the stream for an hour. So it's kind of now we've got the software all set up. I feel like it's pretty easy to do. So yeah, we will definitely sort of aim for once a week. I think we'll try and schedule it in. So if you do want to come along and join it, it'd be amazing. If you're busy or whatever, then we can always do different days. Um, or of course you can just watch it back on the recording. But I think the other thing that would be quite cool that I'd quite like to do is to sort of maybe offer a selection of games, and then you
Yeah, that's
as an
great.
audience say, "Oh, can you play this one because I'm interested in that one," or "I didn't really understand it," or "I thought it was great. I'd
That's a
love
good
to play
idea.
it at board game night," and I can pick some that are going to be at the board game thing as
Well,
well.
because you've started to set games up as well now, which is good, so people get a look at it. And
Yeah. So again, if we could set up something like that, so chat can kind of choose a game that I can play and hopefully explain it in some capacity. But yeah, no, but it's been awesome. So
you've now done 25.
yeah, so thank you again for being here with me and having a laugh along the way. It's definitely been a lot less lonely than it sometimes is just sitting in a room playing cards and stuff. But so thank you to you guys, and again, once again, really thank you to everyone who's donated. It's such a great cause. Tori worked so hard on it, so it's brilliant that I mean, this is a tiny thing that I've done, but that you guys have been on support like you have, especially at the moment when times are super tight. So yeah, it means a lot. We really appreciate it for sure.
Brilliant. All right, thank you all. I'm sure I'll
Are we
see
signing off?
you now this week. Awesome.
See you later.
You sign off.
Yeah, I don't know. It's koalas at the table, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're saying good night.
It's good night from me.
It's good night from him. All right, guys. Thank you. See you later.